All right. Let's see. Who we're gonna have show up tonight? Like I said, yep, it's a weird night, Wednesday night weirdness. Let's see who's gonna show up. I know one person's gonna be showing up. I already got one person. Yes, I'm gonna be getting the link set up. There's a link. All right. Let's see who all wants to show up tonight for this. Who we got out there besides me? Me and Casper. We also got Casper the Friendly Ghost. Hey, Mike. Thank you for showing up. Appreciate it. Hey, how's your that job? I saw that post on Facebook. So how's it going with that? And hopefully everything's going good with it. As far as me, yeah, I had a pretty good day at work. Um, I had a couple of rush orders trying to get done. Got that, got them completed out the door. Um, we're working on good. That's good. I'm glad. I'm glad you're getting back to work and everything. Working on them Hondas. Yeah, like I said, Hondas is one of the cars I used to work on many years ago. When I was living up in Irving, we did nothing but Japanese cars. Um, your Toyotas, your Hondas, um, Nissans, Subaru. Um, what else is out there? I'm missing one, I think. Oh, Mitsubishi. Yeah, we did all those. And of course, back then, um, mind you, that was what about 30 something years ago. So I mean, it was you know simple and easy. And the thing, one thing I loved about working on those Japanese cars, an 8, 10, 12, 14, 17, and 19. That was basically all the sockets and wrenches you needed to work on them. You're really and you know a Phillips and a flat head screwdriver. That was it. That's basically all you need, and you could work on any of those cars back then. On an engine, no problem. I think your valve covers were, I think, a 10 millimeter socket, and adjusting your valves was a 12 millimeter and a flat bladed screwdriver. And what was it? I think 17 millimeter was your, um, no, it was 14 millimeter, I know, was the bell housing bolts. I know you had to have 17 for something. Oh, I think 17 and 19 was like your main caps. Well, that's good. Well, that's good. You didn't even have to argue about it. I mean, hey, if he wants to throw good money, hey, I'd be going after it. Yeah, Mike, I'm glad that happened. That was good for you. See, like I said, when something bad happens, something good is bound to happen. And see, that was good that you got the job working in the Honda dealership. You're back to doing what you did, and you got. Hopefully, it was more money than what you were at the other place. So, to me, I think that's a good thing to happen. I mean, except for me, I was working for Kohl's, and after 4 years, I thought, okay, I'm doing good. And then when I'm getting fired, and I went I'm going to where I'm at now. When within a year's time, I was making more money an hour at where I'm at now than what took me 4 years at Kohl's, and that was a good thing. And I'm still at where I'm at now and love it. I think I checked, and I think 1.9 miles away from my house to work is just under 2 miles. So yeah, I mean, like I said, congratulations, Mike. I'm glad for you. Very happy. So who else we got in there? Shows I got two people watching. I don't know who else is out there. They ain't chatted in yet. Unless they're just wanting to sit there and watch and not want to chat. Kind of gets boring. All right, no problem. There she is. I was wondering where she was off at.
I went hunting.
Ah,
I wanted some chips. So.
ah. Well, you're not at I was gonna say you're not at the casino. Wrong kind of chips. Yeah.
Yeah. And hi, Mike.
Yeah. Yeah, he said he'd be right back. He's got to take a phone call.
Okay.
So, yeah. Yeah, I know that right before I left work and everything, I was working on an order for a company that we deal with that's up out of Arlington. Well, they've got, I think, 6 different places and everything, and one of their locations are out in California. Well, my boss, he's got a cousin that's out in California that does the same thing we do. And they said, okay, we got an order we're going to be shipping to you. 42 pallets. Yeah. And the thing about it is,
you sent to California or reverse?
No. His cousin has got a shop out in California that does the same thing we do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Our customer that we have here, they've got a location out there in California also.
Okay.
So they sent his cousin 42 pallets. His whole shop is about a third of ours. And he's got less people working.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Hi, Mike. That is good.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have very far to go, which is good. But yeah, because right now we're actually doing some of those orders and fixing to be shipping them out to California. And like I said, it's a company that we've got one in Arlington. All right, got me a Volkswagen in here. Don't know what kind of bug it was.
Yeah, who cares? Just kill it.
Yeah, I think I did. Um, but anyways, like I said, we got that one that's over in Arlington, and we deal with them all the time. But like I said, all of a sudden I found out, oh man, 42 pallets. It's like, whew, that's a lot. So we're probably gonna be getting more of it because I mean, like I said, it's basically you know the shop, the boss's cousin's shop out there in California. They do the same thing we do, but they're about a third the size of what we do.
Mm.
Yeah,
Shoot, man. Well, at least he knows he's got guaranteed money for a while.
yeah, and like I said, we've got guaranteed right now because right now we're uh, from what I heard, we're going on almost 6 week lead time.
Mm-hmm.
We're starting to get to be that far behind.
Mm.
We're that busy. Yeah, it's like, man, I did not realize that the uh, building industry is just that booming right now.
They're picking up because they're trying to recover from COVID. So they're
Yeah,
out there just going as much as
right,
possible.
right. And it's also the fact that not only that, but you've got all the different storms that come through.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like I know like was it Alabama? They were hit by tornadoes and everything last week. So everything
Yeah.
on the mid South and everything, out or what Alabama, Tennessee, probably the Carolinas. You know,
Yeah,
um,
see, and I'm one of those crazy Okies. You get a tornado siren, I'm still going to go to work.
yeah. Well, down here in Texas, we hear the tornado siren. We're going to go out on the front porch, pop a beer, and go, okay, showtime.
Oh, no, that's the back porch, honey.
Well, we'll do it on front and back porch.
True.
Yeah,
I guess it's just me and Mike in here right now because I can't see the YouTube side yet.
right. Well, I mean, all the thing it's showing is that two people are watching.
Yeah, you don't count when it comes to that.
Right. So I guess it's counting what, just you and Mike then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
See, this is what I'm working on.
Okay.
Pain in butt.
And what is that? Was a mask?
No, it'll be a washcloth. But this
Ah,
one is a pain, which is why I have it with a smooth one.
so why is that other one? Why is that other one kind of jagged? Or is it that type of yarn? Yeah,
Like
that
that.
one.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
yarn is made like that because all these little, whatever you want to call them, are
right.
used to scrub.
Oh, okay.
So you can use it on to scrub pots. And if
Okay.
I soften it up, if I was making it round and about
Right,
that big,
right.
then you could use it as a face scrubby
Okay.
to get rid of the extra oil and grease and stuff. Which I actually have to go get some more of that smooth yarn to go with. Because I have 4 balls of that jagged stuff.
Okay.
So I need to get some more of the smooth to go with the other.
Yeah.
Because it's actually making this fabric that's what we call it when we crochet is the fabric. It's
Okay.
actually smooth. It's bamboo and cotton mix, I think. Let's see. Maybe. No, it's rayon made from bamboo.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if you can see it. Kind of a mint green.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other one goes from mint to yellow to kind of a teal green and
Okay.
white. So, but I've got 4 balls of the jagged stuff,
Okay.
and I need to. It's either that or go to cotton with it, and that makes it too thick.
Yeah. Well, someone popped in and popped out because twice now I've seen it show 3 people are watching, but nobody.
Not me.
Mike's the only one. Now it's back up to 3. Um, and so far, Mike's been the only one to put something in the chat.
Hmm.
So I can't tell. I mean, I'm not able to see, what you're able to see and what Mike's able to see. But
Well, it shows you have 4 likes and 4 watching.
okay. Hey guys, it's
Ed!
Ed the Old Tech Guy.
That would be why. He snuck it in.
Yeah. Yep. I'm doing good. How you doing, Ed? Hey, I didn't get a chance to catch Dale and Jehu last night because they didn't start their live stream until real late, and it's like I'm bored. I'm going to go and I'll get set up, and I started doing my own live stream. And then I think what was it, about an hour or so after I started mine, they decided to come on.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were up till midnight anyway, so.
Yeah. Hey, Ed, you want to pop in here? Get the link put back up. There. So, Ed, like I said, thank you. Yeah, like I said, that's why I'm glad I was able to pick your brain and everything. Because, like I said, now with everything I'm doing, one, I got the better camera. I've got the Cat 6 cable and upgraded to better internet. And I wound up, after checking the finances and everything, I wound up upgrading to the basic for StreamYard. That way I've got more hours, or I've got unlimited on it. And my watch time is actually going up, I guess, more because I am doing more live streams, which is actually helping. Yeah.
Let me finish first. I don't want chips all over my computer.
Right.
Ed, if I watch videos with my watch history turned off, does that still count for their hours?
Hey, Wayne. Thanks for coming in.
Because since my mother has been borrowing my laptop, I don't want her going in watching everything that I have, so I shut off the watch history on it.
Ah.
Yeah. I cleared everything out, so according to my watch history, I haven't watched you at all. I didn't watch Ed, I didn't watch Froggy.
Okay. That would be something that, Ed would be able to say. I don't know.
I asked Ed. Oh, yeah, it still counts. Good.
Okay, good.
Because, like I said, with her borrowing it, I just had to erase Judge Judy off there.
Ah.
Mm-mm.
Oh, yeah. And Ed, by the way, I want to let you know, I found out last night that on Tuesday nights that the other live stream I watch dealing with the bikers, they actually have they're going to be starting at 7:30 now, so they're going to go from like 7:30 to 8:30 That means I won't miss that much of you and everybody else on the council. So I'll be able to pop in on that. Hey, what happened? Were you not just not feeling good, or do you have a late night job you had to finish up while you weren't on the council?
Ed seems like you to me. He's always working.
Now, like I said, for me, I think I clocked out about 6:30, and like I said, I started. Okay, I can stop off and get me some, bucket of chicken at KFC, and get home, have that, have everything set where I can do the live stream, and their dine-in was closed, and I looked at the line through drive-through. I'm going, forget it.
Nope, I'm good.
Yeah, it's like I still got Totino's pizza bites at the house.
Ed.
Wow. Okay, gotcha.
Family first, man. Take care of that,
Yep.
and
Yep.
and you've got our prayers, man.
Yep. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, hey, no problem, Ed. That's fine. But yeah, I mean, yeah, like she was saying, family comes first. You got to take care of family. That's all there is to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I do know that I've got a little bike get together coming up this Saturday morning, so I'm gonna be doing that. And then I'm hoping that can get away sometime in the afternoon to where I can get down and get my new slip-on mufflers for the Triglide. Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Mm.
Oh, there's another channel I follow, and he's doing a Wednesday night. That's what my notification was.
Ah.
Yeah. I'll try and watch his every now and then, but All right. Well, it shows I got 5 people watching, and see, there's 1, 2,
Ed, Mike,
3.
Wayne, you, me, or Ed, Mike, Wayne, and me. That's 4.
That's 4, right?
So you have a lurker. Oh well.
What? Oh, now it's back down to 4.
You called them out. They took off.
Did I scare them away? I didn't mean to.
Pobrecito por niño. Poor little baby boy.
But
and yes, Ed, I know my accent is crap, but what I learned.
Hey, the only way to get it better is keep practicing.
Depends on the job I do.
No, I haven't really been getting any hater comments, but the only thing I've been getting is, I guess you could say, like the trolling, where they leave a comment with a link, and I don't ever click on it because I don't need to.
I did one time just to find out what it was, and no.
Yeah. So those right there, I'll get those and everything, and I'll delete those. But as far as hate comment,
like you're like any. Yeah, like a sorry channel or sorry show or something like that.
Right.
I haven't seen any.
Right. I haven't seen any either. I mean, I don't want to get any. Um,
Unfortunately, comes with the territory. You will
yeah,
eventually. Not going to be a good thing,
probably.
but
Oh yeah, I know. But
sorry, I got to get this adjusted.
no problem. But Ed, hey, don't give up just because someone wants to do something like that. Oh, you muted. Can't. I see your lips moving, but no hear you. No mic. No speaker. You mute. You're muted. Nope. Nope. What'd you do? You pushed wrong button, Crystal. That's one way to get her to shut up. I know she'll. Yeah, that is the only thing. Yeah, constantly be getting those. Hey, and I'm not gonna let it get me down. And Ed, you shouldn't either. Like I said, there's always going to be people out there like that. I mean, jerks and everything. So it's kind of like, oh, just think of them as dandruff. Just brush them off, man. Don't worry about it. That to me, that's the way I look at it. Okay, there she comes again, round two.
Yeah, when I moved the computer around, I bounced out my
Uh,
headphones because otherwise everybody hears what y'all guys are saying. I don't care if they hear me or not,
right.
but I don't want something accidentally said and then I have to listen to a bunch of pissy people. So when I did that, it messed with the mic.
Ah,
I could hear you, couldn't say anything. So,
right. Like
but
I said, that's one way to get a female to shut up.
now you're wanting to get hurt next time I see you.
I mean, I like what Ed's, reason he started it, and that's a
Yeah.
good thing. Yeah, I mean, that's a very good thing to do, Ed. Hey, I'm doing that for you.
Ed, it doesn't matter what you do in life. You're going to have somebody who is jealous
Right,
or they're just ignorant and they think they're better than you are just because of how their mind is.
right.
You're going to deal with the idiots. And so
Yeah,
all you
I
can
mean,
do is delete the comment or don't even, you hear, oh, this channel is, and if it's negative, go to the next and
mm-hmm.
the next and the next. Forget them.
Yeah.
They're idiots. Somebody's going to get them. Mater will
Oh yeah,
eventually get them. And oh, flipping well.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's kind of like I said, I'll be in my car and everything. I'll go down the road. I'll be listening to the stereo. Okay, I can be rocking out to one song, and then all of a sudden, the next song comes on. Well, it might not be one I
change
like.
station.
Yeah, I'll sit there and I'll just change the station and find something else.
Yeah.
Until I find something I want to listen to. It's like, okay.
Yeah. It's,
same way with YouTube. If you don't like it, you've got the power where, hey, go on to something else. That's all there is to it.
My son and I have very, very different music tastes. I have one channel on the car radio that I told him if he changes it, I will open the door while I'm driving and get him out of the car.
Right.
And that's my Christian rock.
Right.
And we both like country. Cool. We got two stations. We both like rock and roll. We've got one of those. And that's the one with Metallica and stuff like that. Then there's one station on there that is strictly him. And the last station is for his Bluetooth thing. And I told him if he leaves static on it, which is what it is if the Bluetooth isn't hooked up, then I will change it by deleting the
Right.
station. He lost it 3 times this week.
Still ain't learned, huh?
Nope. And today's only Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get in the car because I gave him the car because he closes at night. So he's
Right.
back at midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. I ain't driving like that.
Yeah, I don't blame you. You don't need to.
I've done it before, but it's a pain. I only got a couple
Yeah.
hours sleep last night anyway. Now,
Sorry.
am I complaining?
No.
Now, Tuesday was fun. Didn't get to bed until after 2 a.m. And I was up all day. Monster didn't do any good. The Monster energy drink did not do any good.
Yep.
So, that's been my week in a nutshell.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing I was kind of hoping that find a way of getting, like I said, Justin, uh, Power Shark viewed on here, and maybe Princess Jamie. And that was the main reason why. So, okay, let me get this on tonight, and that way I can explain to them what's going on with your truck, and see if maybe they might be able to diagnose as far as what's wrong with it, more than
It,
what I can.
like I said, it'll reverse all day long, but it won't drive. And it's up in the engine because when Chris said he put it in reverse, got turned around, he put it in forward, and it went clank, boom, crack. He lost the U joints. It sheared it off.
Ouch.
They got that replaced.
Okay.
But I still can't go in reverse on the truck.
You mean you can't go forward?
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
It's
You can go back. You can go backwards, but you can't go forwards.
yeah, but I don't want to go backwards.
Yeah.
I want to go
Yeah.
forward because then I can pack it up.
Yeah. So basically, because like they say, uh, windshield on a car is always much bigger than the rear window because it's better to see where you're going than where you've been.
Yep. And I don't like where I've been, so
Yeah.
but I do like where I'm going.
So do I. I'm looking forward to definitely what's in the future.
Yes. Hi,
Hey,
Devin
Devin.
C. It's in the transmission, I think. I have a 1998 Triton V8, the Ford F350, and it has the 4-wheel drive option on it. So I can we're good. So I can
Yeah.
go from automatic to 4-wheel drive.
Yeah,
And
you got the transfer. You got the transfer case, which is separate from. Now it could be in the transfer case. I don't know.
yeah, I'll be honest, if I could get a new transmission without the 4-wheel drive option, I'd love it.
That wouldn't be all that hard. Because
Yes, but
basically,
will
all
it
it is yeah,
go ahead.
yeah, it'll sit. You can having it go converted from 4-wheel to 2-wheel. That really wouldn't be all that much of a problem.
Yeah, he said it's definitely the transmission. So
right. And see, that's the thing. Like I was telling you earlier, I'm not much of a transmission person. I can do some of them.
Devin, my son is 17 and 6'5" and thinks he knows everything that there is to know when it comes to vehicles. I don't want a 4-wheel drive 4x4 for me. If I have it in there and he drives it, he's going to fuck it up to the point, pardon my language, I did not mean to say that. I do apologize.
Yeah.
He's going to screw it up to the point that it will blow the engine and transmission.
Yeah. Mike says it could be the third gear clutches.
Huh.
I mean, that's a possibility. I don't know because, like I said, there's something. I mean, I can take and redo a Chrysler transmission because they're so simple and easy. You really don't need that many special tools for working on them. GM is almost the same way, but you got to have an arbor press for part of it. When it comes to Ford, I have no idea. I've never messed with one of the transmissions out of a Ford.
Okay.
Yeah, but then Devin, the only thing about that is, if you do that, you're going to have the transfer case and everything being wide open, and you're going to be losing fluid out of that opening. That's the only problem with that I could see.
Yeah. But if I get it rebuilt, I could probably have it installed without the 4x4 option on there. Or maybe just go in and maybe go in and lock out the transfer case.
Well, the only thing is that transfer case that's connected to the back of the transmission, and that is where you're going to have both the drive shafts at. So you're still going to have one drive shaft slip into the transmission. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll have to do some talking.
Yeah. I mean, I can't. Right. I mean, for me, I can't.
You're not going to do it if you don't know what you're doing. So, and that's fine.
Well, right. So, I mean, I can. For me, I can pull the transmission out. As far as doing that kind of stuff, as far as yanking the training out of it,
I can do that.
Problem. Yeah.
I can drop a tranny. I can drop a transmission. But getting it fixed, putting it back in there would be a little bit different story because of having to reset all the different stuff that you need back in it, and that would just take me more time.
Right.
But I could do it.
Right. I mean, that's the one thing about when you go to install, either an engine or a transmission. I don't care what it is. It's all the little things what takes up time once you actually get the thing installed in there.
Yeah. I mean, I know that, but I don't have a shop up here. My problem is if I take it to a shop to get it rebuilt, that's not the problem. The problem is getting it there because I have to have a truck to get it take it there to get rebuilt in.
Right. And it won't fit in your car.
Honey, you would barely fit in my car. I have a hard enough time.
Well, see, I know that, now I can lay the two back seats down in my Caliber, and I could put, sheet of plastic down and put the transmission in there, no problem.
Yeah.
Now, I might need an extra set of hands putting it in and maybe getting it out, which I'm pretty sure I could find someone up there that'd help.
Mm-hmm. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
The problem is, who am I going to take it to, and are you going to spend another $100 just for the?
Yeah.
Mater or Mike, if he did that, we would be having some serious words, because the only way a man is going to buy me a vehicle is he wrecked it because he was dumb. He was dumb and didn't pay attention and ran into it, which I came about 100 foot from that earlier. Or he's my husband. And the reason I'm getting a vehicle is because I have no choice. He's not my husband. He hasn't wrecked my car. I don't want to have those words with him.
No. Not yet. You wouldn't have them. And besides, um, it wouldn't be where I would actually go out and buy it and say, here. It'd be like, hey, Crystal, do you want another vehicle? And it's like, okay, let's go shopping.
Find me a caliper at the auction like you did for less than $1,000.
Oh, I can find Dodge Calibers day in and day out down here. I can find them no problem. And I can pick them up for less than $500.
That are running?
Yeah. There's a website I look at all the time, and I can pick up cars and everything. It don't matter. It could be a Chevy, it could be a Ford.
Mike, I ain't worried about that. I'm the one that literally crawled in an engine because my brother couldn't reach the starter. I'm standing up and I'm reaching down like this because he can't. And he's taller than me.
Hey, watch it, Mike. I've got a Dodge Caliber, and I have only had one problem with it, and that was I had to change out the intake manifold because I kept getting the engine code on there saying intake manifold runner stuck open.
Yeah, Devin, all the ones I'm seeing on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm seeing calipers, cars, trucks, bikes, anything, everything.
Yeah.
And I'll click on the picture, click on it, open it up, go to the seller page. He's got the exact same picture, and he's in Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, New York, New Jersey, California. I even had one, he was in 3 different places in Canada.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, Mike, the only problem with mine was I think it was just the intake manifold gasket that was bad. But I changed that out. What was it, last year when I wound up doing that video on it? And I haven't had any other problems. The check engine light hadn't come on. But the only thing I got to do right now is I need to get it in for a wheel alignment. And that's it.
Oh, sketchy is not the word, Devin. It's called, if it's not in
Scammy.
one spot, they're done. It's
Yeah.
a scam. It's not sketchy. It's scamming.
Yeah.
I was helping my brother contact one, and oh well, it's at a yard, and it will ship it wherever you want.
No.
I told him. I said, if you pay him the $1,200, I'm gonna laugh my ass off when you laugh my butt when you lose your money, because it's a scam.
Yeah. It's like, no.
And he's like, but I said no. I said, report him because you're not going to end up getting the truck.
Yeah.
And it was a nice one too.
Yeah. And Mike, I've had my Caliber now for going on 3 years, and like I said, the only problem I've had with it was just that I don't know if it was the actual intake manifold runner because I already changed out that solenoid on it twice actually. But I think when I pulled it off, I think it was the intake manifold gasket that was bad.
No, Mike, eBay Motors. That's who they were trying to run the scam through, was eBay Motors.
Oof.
Yeah. And then I had one pop up on Marketplace because he doesn't have a Facebook page. It ran through my email, and I'm like, no. I was like, okay, no. You know, he already said no, sent me more stuff, and it's like, I'm done, dude.
Yeah. No.
I blocked him and killed all contact with him.
Right. But now for me, yeah, the intake gasket, yeah, like I said. But like I said, that was been the only problem I've had with my little Caliber. But excuse me. I mean, it is an 09 model, so that was toward the end of the production run of them. So they had time to, as they say, get some of the bugs worked out and get everything better. But no, I mean, I can find those caliber. I mean, sweetie, if you want a Dodge Caliber, like I said, I find them down here. I mean, I could probably go on that website and everything I look at, and I could probably find about 4 or 5 of them on there. And I can find '07 to uh, what 2011.
Oh,
I
it
think
doesn't.
12. I think 12 was the last year they made them. I'm not sure on that. Oh,
I'm trying to adjust stuff, and it's not behaving. So,
yep,
oh well. I'm just gonna mute everything. Say to hell with it.
yeah,
Heck with it.
yeah.
So
Yeah, like I said, that was the only problem I've had with my little caliber. And like I said,
that sounds
right now, the only thing I got to do is I got to take it in for an alignment. Because I wound up buying some tires last year for it, and I went in to get uh, tires rotated and balanced and everything, and didn't realize it, but the inside was already down to the steel belt. So like, okay, that means I got too much uh, camber on it. It's
yeah.
not toe, it's the camber. So it's like, okay, it means I got to get it taken in. I mean, that was, I think, $93 for me to get that done.
Yeah. If you do, like I said, less than $1,000, and I will pay you back
Okay.
because I do have that,
Okay.
but that's up to you.
Well, like I said, that I can find them. Now, I would, I'll take a look at it, and I'll give you, the details about it. And if it's something that you're going, okay, get it, I'll put a bid on it because it is an auction. And like I said, some of those I can get, for 500 or less.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Um, from what I saw with what you were driving, I trust you.
Right.
So you wouldn't have to ask me. And give me just a second. I got to lay down because of my back.
Okay. Now
you see what I mean about the avatar?
Okay, I see. Yeah. Now, what about like a minivan? Would you be interested in one of the little minivans?
Yeah, I just don't want a Previa.
No, I'm talking about either the. If I'm going to be looking at something like that, I'm going to be looking at Chrysler products.
That'll be fine because the Toyota Previa, you access it underneath the driver's seat.
Oh, for the engine and everything?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I remember working on a van like that years ago, and we literally had to take basically the driver's seat and passenger seat out before we could even get to the engine cover because that's right where the engine was. It's like, man, you're talking about one big hemorrhoid.
That was not the word I said when he told me how to access it when I was looking at it.
Yeah.
I looked at him, I said, I have to check my radiator fluid by moving my seat out. He goes, yeah. I said, what else you got?
Yeah. I'd be going, next.
No, I looked at him, I said, what else you got?
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah, that's putting it mildly, Devin. The words, I've already slipped twice tonight, and he hasn't called me out on it because I've caught it afterwards.
I know.
I cannot say what I think on the design of the Previa because he would have to boot me out completely.
It's a piece of junk.
Yeah,
it's a.
You're being polite. You call it junk.
Yeah, right. It's basically when an engineer gets mad at a mechanic.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I saw a picture of a transmission, and the tagline was, when an engineer gets mad at the mechanic, and it shows the starter getting mounted inside the transmission.
Yeah, that's not what I would say. If the engine was mounted in the transmission, ooh
Yeah,
wee,
yeah,
somebody would be
Devin.
hurt.
Yeah, Devin's got the correct answer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's exactly what I think about it.
yeah. Of course, that would be one of the main reasons why I don't buy Chevy and I don't buy Fords because I have
Devin,
seen.
it's not. Oh God, it's oh my God, I'm gone.
Yeah. Um. Well, I'll play like this. My friend Gina. She had a. I forget what kind of Chevy it was. And anyways, there was some kind of a sensor that had to get replaced on it.
Mm-hmm.
They mounted the thing under the intake manifold.
Hmm.
Yeah. In order to change that particular sensor, you had to pull the intake manifold off.
Mucho stupido muchachos.
Yeah. It's like, what in the puck are you thinking?
Honey, Puck was doing a whole lot better.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I agree with
Okay,
you, Devin.
Devin, I like those old cars too. I just have a problem with them. I can't find any that are not in use. All of them
Yeah.
I find that are anything over 20 years old is either in use or scrapped. And to
Yep.
find one as old as I am, ain't no way, no how.
Yeah. And that's one reason why I like the older cars because some of the fact is, um, nothing was really electronic on them except for maybe your accessories, like your windows and stuff like that. There was, no computers really per se on them.
Okay, Devin, where are you at?
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah. Hey, Devin, you want to jump in here?
Come on. The reason I
Yeah,
dropped down is my back hurts, and the only way to get the pain to back off is to change, and so I have to lay down.
yeah.
Okay, see,
Oh,
I'm in
Woodward,
Oklahoma,
and I'm down here in Texas.
so
Hey,
everything I'm finding around here, we run into the ground.
yeah. Hey, Devin, if you want, there's a link. Jump on in here. Come on. You're more than welcome.
Yeah, please, man. It'll only take you a couple of minutes to sign up for StreamYard if you don't have it already.
Right. She says
I
a
think,
Triton V8.
yeah, I think I'm the
And,
3/4 ton.
well, see, that would make it an F250, not a 350.
Okay, well, no, it's a 3. So is that the
You
half
sure?
ton? Yes.
No. Half ton's an F150.
Okay.
So, I mean, by looking on the side, it would say it's either going to say an F150, F250, or F350.
All it says is V8 Triton.
Okay, somewhere on the side it should say the size and everything. Here comes Devin.
Hi, Devin.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Okay.
Thank you for coming in. Oh, you
No
got
problem.
there you go. We're having a
Uh-oh, you
mic
muted.
issue? Yeah, I'm
Oh,
not the
there
one
we
doing
go.
it.
Yeah, I can hear you, hon. If you're
Yeah,
echoing, I'm sorry. Or if I'm echoing, I'm sorry.
no. So what do you think? You thinking of what actually in the transmission itself on that, Devin?
Yeah, it can't be the transfer case because it should still go in the four-wheel drive. If it's going in the drive and not reverse, it's got to be the trans.
Right. Well, she's saying that it won't. It'll go into reverse, but it won't go into drive itself.
Yeah, it can't be linkage because if it was linkage, it wouldn't even come out of the park. Definitely
Mhm.
inside the trans.
So I'm looking at either rebuilding it or replacing it, and Wayne is saying that that's about $3,200.
Yeah, it would be
Wow.
somewhere around there.
Ouch.
So best thing to do is take the radiator cap off, run another truck up underneath that.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Like I said, you're gonna have to look on there. I mean, it should somewhere on there. It should say, as far as what. So, like I said, it's gonna say F-150, F-250, or F-350.
Well, like Wayne's saying, it's a split shaft. A split shaft. I can believe that because it's the automatic and the 4x4 option.
Right.
And with the way my kid drives, no.
And
I'd rather take a Dodge Caliper from you, and he can. I'll sign that Honda over to him.
okay.
Okay, Brandon, I love you, sweetheart. Problem driving.
Yeah, getting it down from Oklahoma City down here, and considering the fact that you're 3 hours from me and she's 4 hours from me,
So that
that's
would
7
be
hours. Yeah, that's
he
about
would
seven
have
hours. Drive.
in order to get it out to Brandon, he would have to start at midnight, drive up here, check in, sleep a few hours, and check out and drive home,
Right,
and keep on down straight to Brandon,
right,
and then pay the 12. I pay him the 1,200 to get it redone, and then bring it all back.
right. So basically, go up there on one weekend, get it all pulled out and everything, drive back down to Brandon, and then following weekend get it from him, and then drive all the way back.
Yeah, and
Um,
I don't want
it'd
to
be
kill you like that.
right. I mean, it'd be a lot easier for me to go and find one, either like a Dodge Caliber or anything like that.
Yeah, I know, Brandon. There are. I just have to find him. That's the problem.
Wow.
Okay, I should have muted on that. I went way too high pitch. That hurts, Wayne.
Yeah, that's. Hey, Devin, is that about the kind of price it's as far as what Wayne was talking about? Is that what you would think it cost?
I can see the YouTube chat.
He's saying, hang on, Wayne's coming in. Come
Yay!
on in, Wayne. Whoops.
Whoop!
Okay.
There he went.
I clicked.
There I'm
Bad
at.
Mater.
Sorry about that. I went to
Sorry.
click on it and it wasn't bringing you up, and when I went to click again, it says remove. So that was my fault. I apologize for that.
No, those transmissions, what they are is they're super heavy. And put it this way, what it is there is a shaft. What it is, Ford had, they used like instead of a actual bearing, they used what it is like a brass or whatever metallic sleeve in the center,
Okay.
and the shafts have a tendency to snap
Mm.
or wear out, and then they'd start kind of like wobbling. It's hard to believe, but like when they remanufacture them, they actually machine out the case and put a bearing in the center instead of a sleeve, you know. But
Yeah, I can believe that. It was cheaper.
and it's all electronic. It's all electronic shift. I mean, you got a linkage, but the linkage is actually going to a module.
Oh, really?
It's controlled by a module,
Oh,
and
yay.
when there's one on there's one on the shifter side, and there's also another module on the passenger side, and then you got the electric solenoids that are inside the transmission too.
Brandon, it's a 98.
Yeah, it's a 98.
Yeah, it fits the year.
Now, let me ask you this, Wayne and Devin. My question is then, how much of a hemorrhoid would it be to say I get up there and I pull that transmission out and I get, say, I've already got one from a junkyard that just came out of a two-wheel drive vehicle and put that in. How, and just eliminate basically the front drive shaft on it. And so, I mean, what else would I have to have, say, to convert it from four-wheel to two-wheel drive?
You could run it with as a two-wheel drive by just dropping the front drive shaft out of it.
Yeah, you can leave the yoke and front diff right in.
And just leave. What it is you're going to run into problems when you try to switch things around that way. You'd be better off if you could find a good transmission for that went into a 4x4, and on top of that, the way the tail shaft is different between a four-wheel drive and a two-wheel drive. So you'd if you did convert it over to two-wheel, then you'd have to come up with a drive shaft, and if it's got a carrier bearing on it, and it's a two-piece drive shaft, then you're talking about having shafts cut down and moved around, and
You're screwed, blued, and tattooed, and not in a good way.
no, I'm trying to save you money.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to. You've got something with. If you got a good motor, and a good body.
It starts, it runs. I've got one dent in it, and that was because of the ice. And my son slid into a pole, and that's right behind the cab, right in front of the gas tank.
Yeah, and it is a club cab also. So I don't know if that would make any difference because, like I said, it's a club cab.
It's a club cab?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, then well, wait, then she's probably only got a 6-foot box then, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not going to make that much difference because what they're doing is if it was not a club cab, it was just a standard cab, then you'd have an 8-foot box. That club cab just takes up for the difference of the box length.
Okay. That doesn't matter to me. I've got a little Honda Civic and it runs, but again, my kids, I'm almost done letting my kid drive my car because he had it one night, hit a railroad tracks at 40 miles an hour, and I lost my muffler on it. If I was in Texas, I wouldn't have a car. Well, it would not be moving.
I know what you're talking about. My son took my automobile, my pickup, to a nearby town, came home, and he was drinking and driving.
And I would rather that because at least then I can throw him in the drunk tank and bust his butt.
Yeah, well, we know the only problem with it is he totaled out the truck, and the only reason he totaled it out, a girl backed out of her driveway into it was like a 4-lane traffic. And she backed up into the traffic and backed out right in front of him.
So he rear-ended her, and he was at fault.
No, he hit her, He hit her in the front end because she backed out into traffic and was going to start going the other way.
Ah.
It was, he was drunk, but the accident wouldn't have happened if she wouldn't have backed out in front of him.
Yeah. See here, if she was backing out, then it was all her fault. Drunk or not, it's all her fault.
Yeah, well, but you know how that goes. She got hurt. She busted her teeth in her mouth. She had her cell phone in her hand.
Oh.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those. I'm not making excuses for him, but and
you're just stating facts, and you're understood.
She screwed herself in front of the judge because she walked in there. And she was screaming at the judge, I want him financially ruined. I want him to go to jail. I want to do the and the judge. I could just see the judge's face turn all sorts of colors. Like, lady, stick a rag in it, you know. And the judge didn't go any farther. You know, more or less,
He did it on merit, on what was the facts instead of what was coming out of her mouth.
right. And well,
Yeah.
on top of that, he didn't like what was coming out of her mouth at the same time in his courtroom. So
Yeah,
he just, you know, he got bailed out of jail, came home, and she had like 2 or 3 different lawyers that tried to get, you know, to sue my insurance company, and she didn't go nowhere.
yeah.
Basically, the judge was basically going, "Yeah, you're opening up your mouth and inserting your own foot."
Right.
Yep.
Sometimes if she would have stayed quiet and maybe act like the poor innocent person, she might have got somewhere. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not but anyways, back to your truck. No, if you could find the cheapest, if by chance you could actually find a truck that runs, that has a good transmission in it, and you know you could actually check it. You know, let's say somebody totaled, you know, somebody smashed the back of the truck, you know, or the front corner, and they were, you know, and bent the frame or something, but yet it started up, and you could guarantee that because the worst hassle is pulling those transmissions out and putting them back in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking just, you know, you're talking why you got it out. Well, you got to check rear main seal on the back of the motor, and then you want to you want to replace the front transmission seal to make sure it ain't gonna leak. You know, you don't
Right.
and you know, and I've seen people that, you know, have done it, you know, and I've done it, but like I said, we used to do them. We had Fords and GMs at the place where I used to work, and it was those transmissions just
Pain in the rear.
they did not hold up.
Yeah, in other words, the way you were saying about how it was designed, it was jury rigged.
Well, not really jury rigged. Put it this way, we were using the trucks were being used for industrial, and you know how it is. You know, you're running a company, and the company says, I mean, the company don't. I mean, the everyday person jumps in the truck. The employee don't give a crap. You know,
No.
they'll take care of it to a certain point. But if they get it stuck or something, they're going to pound on it, and they're going to heat that transmission up. And, you know, and it's because
Yeah.
these trucks had to go, sometimes got into them muddy, you know, construction sites and stuff like that. And they did.
I'd like to go talk to the guys you used to work with, see if they had one.
The company was bought. It was one of those situations, and the company was bought out by a company from Oklahoma.
Aww.
And what it was, they came in, they bought it out, and it wasn't even 4 years later. They walked in the garage one day and said, "Hey, as of 3 o'clock this afternoon, you no longer got a job." To the whole crew.
Dang. No.
That's terrible.
I believe that. I've met some of the guys that do stuff like that. And
Well,
it's me, cruel and heartless.
Yeah, well, what it is they just drove the company. The company don't even exist anymore. Under their name. They just, what it is, they come in and they bought up the companies and then drove them into the dirt and sucked the money off them and then left them.
Yep.
More or less.
What was the name of the company that bought them?
Energy. out of Oklahoma, propane company.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah. All right, Wayne, Devin, here's
Yeah,
my question then.
go
Okay,
ahead.
so say I go out to a junkyard, and I know for a fact that one thing I learned years ago was if you want a motor or transmission, find a vehicle that's got a lot of body damage on it, because that means it's gotten into a wreck. That's why it's in there. So that means the engine and the drivetrain's still good. Now,
Yeah.
but here's my question. One is what years are equivalent to what she's got, and second, what kind of price would be a good price for me to find one at?
Whoa.
Anything with like the same size engine should probably be compatible with the tank, if I had to guess.
Long as it's a Trident 4x4, and what it is you'll have to find the serial number off the that transmission, and make sure there's a silver tag hanging off off the bell housing bolt, or not the bell housing, but the
Okay.
output near the transfer case. There's a tag on the transmission. It's probably about 2 inches long and about an inch tall, and it's
Right.
got the numbers on it. If you got to have those numbers. And the other thing is you got to make sure it's equipped the same, because that electronic shift module has to match the same wiring plug that is going. Off
Yeah.
because that little module, you don't want to, you take the transmission out, you want to unhook it and everything and pull it off, because it plugs into the module plugs into the transmission. You don't want to damage it. You don't want to damage those plugs. You want to take them over, cover them up,
Okay.
because you just don't want to damage them. That way you can you got something to work with, and don't
Right.
want to break. You want to make sure you pull the lock on it and wiggle that thing out nice and easy. You don't not snap the plug on.
Don't jerk it. Just kind of wiggle it like
Yeah.
easily. Yeah, that getting stuff out like that is not a problem.
Yeah. Well, if you
Here's another question I just thought of. Okay, here's my question. Being the age of that truck, being 98, so you're looking at what, 23 years old?
Mhm.
Would it be worth the money to invest in putting another, to get it fixed? Would it be worth the money, or would it be better just to get something newer?
How many miles is on it?
Over 300.
No.
Okay.
If it's over 300,000 miles, I can't believe it's got 300,000. It might not be you're not the original owner then.
No.
See, and it's probably not the original motor and transmission in there.
No, actually, I think it would be, because of who I know that owned it beforehand. He got it from his boss, and
Right.
it was a company truck.
Yeah.
Now
So
that I'm finding out all this is $1,700 that I'm not very happy about.
no. See, it's one of those they like I said, it's a company truck, and it's more likely in 300,000 miles, especially the Trident motors. Yeah, they're good for about the first 250,000, or if you're lucky, and some of them don't make that long.
Brandon, I maintained it, but before that, I don't. The guy that had it, he was driving a good 150, 200 miles down to the job site, and then driving all over town every day, and then driving home on the weekends. So he would probably put a good 500, 550 miles a week on it. So I doubt very much it's been maintained. It was maintained before I got it.
Highway miles aren't bad. Isn't as bad as if somebody was driving at short
Right.
spurts. You know.
Yeah.
So
Because
basically, hang on, so
my
basically right now, what you're saying is, uh, for that being that old and how many miles and everything, it would not be worth investing and putting another transmission in
if not unless you could find you were luck not I not unless you lucked out and found one for it and
it. Hey,
cheap.
Bachi.
Bachi. Uh, if the dipstick plug is still is in the transmission pan, that's not necessarily a good thing.
Yeah.
Is the did you ever check the transmission fluid to see what color it is?
I haven't because my son brought it home, parked it, and I chewed him up one side and down the other because that was like 2 days after I lost my last job. I was not in a good mood anyway, and then he did that.
Well, what I'm saying, I mean, like that pickup my boy totaled out. It had 287,000 miles on the original transmission and engine, and it was still running good. That was
Yeah.
because I was driving over 100 miles a day back and forth to work.
Yeah, and I got it oil changed about a month and a half beforehand. So I always
I'll
have
be right
them.
back. We'll talk.
And whenever I do an oil change, I always have them do check the transmission fluid, and they said it's within range color wise. I'm like, okay, is it red or is it black? They said,
Oh,
it's
a little discolored. Yeah.
I said, it's a little dark red. I said, how dark?
Well, it should be a dark red. Well, it should be, it may be a dark red, but,
Darker
it's
than putting it in, is what they said.
Yeah, it can. I've seen some of them that looked almost black, and the transmissions were still working.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it with 300,000 miles on it, and I'd hate to see it. I'd hate to see you spend $1,000 or $1,500 and put a transmission in it, and then have 6 months later that the engine goes up.
Yeah. All right, because I was gonna get it fixed, and.
But like I said, if you can find a good used transmission that somebody will say, hey, or somebody says, hey, it's good transmission, put it, and they give you a good price on it and say, hey, and if it don't work, I'll give you money back, or I'll give you at least that that once you got it in, it'll drive.
Yeah, well, I've got the Honda Civic, so I mean it works. $800 car for a '99 Honda Civic with 120,000 miles on it.
And it'll probably, and as long as you keep the timing belt on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing on that that's got a timing belt. You got to watch the water pump and the timing belt on them.
And we check everything on Saturday mornings. Because I have a client that I go to work for 10 a.m. Saturday to noon. So I'm up with Mark on Twisted V Twin. Mm-hmm. And I'll get up with him, BS on there. And then go check my fluids and stuff. And then go.
Yeah. But that's because like the Civics and your V6 Hondas and that year had all of them had they have a timing belt, like what they call a timing belt instead of timing chain, and they're dependable. they're dependable, but they get to when they get up to like 80, 90,000 miles. I can't remember what is Honda's recommended replacement on them, but you should have it about at least every 100,000 miles. You should have one put in there, and they recommend you do the water pump while you're at it.
Yeah.
Those
So-
belts flip, and that screws up the timing, and sometimes the cars won't start.
Can you say that again, Devin?
Sometimes those belts will slip if they're old and worn, and then it will screw up the timing, and the car won't start.
Right.
Yeah. I've not
So-
had any problems starting it, though. Oh, Shell! Hello. Mater said he'll be back. He's taking a phone call.
They take them little Hondas. If you take care of them,
Mm-hmm.
they'll that thing should run 200,000 miles easy.
My second week having it, I took it down to Chickasha, which is 80 miles from where I live. Took it down there to see my dad, picked up a few things, ran around town, had no problems. My younger brother wanted to borrow it. I said, "You touch it, I'll kill you." And he started laughing. He reached for the keys, and I almost broke his hand. Because he's a worse driver than my kid.
Yeah, everybody wants to drive your vehicle, but they don't want to pay for it.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
my dad has two trucks. One's 99 GMC, and that one now belongs to the younger brother. Hi, Brandon.
So my
And
laptop, I'm sorry.
go for it, sweetie.
My laptop died before I could tell y'all. The dipstick plug is normal to be floating around there. So from the factory, they have a plug, and as it goes through the line, it gets pushed down through there with the dipstick, and it'll float around in that pan until usually the first service. It usually don't hurt nothing because it's below the filter. It's not going to go up into the transmission.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, for some reason, that's why I kind of bounced out because Brandon was trying to get a hold of me. And
Yeah, my laptop died.
yeah, and for some reason, I was trying to call him back, and I'm having a problem with my phone right now where I tried calling him, and it wouldn't even ring. It just kept going, call ended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Same
were
when I
having
tried to
that
call
earlier.
you. It was only a couple rings, and it went call ended.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
that's
we
what-
talked for like
that's
a minute
what-
and it shut down.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Someone
Yay.
else wants to join in.
Come on up, Michelle.
So, no, it's
It's not
it's
Shell.
somebody else. No,
Okay.
we're gonna let someone else hop. We're gonna let someone else hop in here.
Froggy. Hi, Froggy.
Hey, Mater. Hey,
Yeah.
Mater Tater. Hey,
Hey,
Devin. Hey, Brandon. Hey, Wayne.
Hey,
You
Yes.
need to change your name to Mater's Tater.
ladies here. Froggy.
Mater's
Oh,
Tater.
Crystal.
Yeah.
Crystal, I can't stay, but what I was going to recommend, if the engine still runs good, I would just find a cheap junkyard transmission and let it go while the engine still has a little bit of life on it. If the engine's still running good, I just go with the cheapest transmission you can find. That put it out when it goes out, then scrap the truck.
Yeah. I mean, if somebody wanted it for the engine, give me $1,000 and you can have it. But
Yeah.
Yeah, because most likely it has a 5.4, which a 5.4 could be a little bit of pain with spark plugs. My grandma's got no city truck that's a 5.4, and we took it all over Texas. It has high mileage, and we've been all over Texas with it, and it still runs great.
yeah. I mean, I've seen engines that run great that they're supposed to be the crappiest thing out there and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But it just depends on how you do it. Oh, James is in the chat
Hey,
and Ed's
Perkins, how
back.
you doing?
Hi, Ed.
Yep.
Well, guys, I got to get down here. I just wanted to get on here and tell Crystal real quick because it's easier to see it and talking than it was to type it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I do thank you for that,
Yeah.
Brandon.
No problem.
Yeah,
I'll see you on
Brandon,
the
like I
chat.
said, I'm having problems. Yeah, but I'm having problems with my phone. I don't know what was going on when you trying to get a hold of me.
It didn't
I'll
like
just keep
me
texting
either.
from now on.
Yeah.
Mater, your phone didn't like me either.
I had
Yeah, I know.
I had the last phone I had was doing that. It started like that. I'd call and then it would hang up on me, or somebody call me, it'd hang up, and then before long I couldn't call. Call her. Nobody could, but somebody could call me. Ended up had to send the phone back, and they covered under warranty.
Okay, I actually have to go for a second. I will be right back, though. All right.
All right.
Froggy, did you send us this snow?
No, I wish I had snow.
We're getting it.
I've got so much rain and wind, it's ridiculous.
A lot of wind, and tonight it dropped down to 30 some degrees and started snowing.
I'm supposed to have
Wow.
snow. Let me check my temperature. I'm supposed to have some snow before the morning.
Well, tell you what, y'all hey, as long as y'all don't want to send that stuff back down here, I'll be fine. Y'all can keep it up there.
I'll make you a deal. You send
I mean-
some of that. You send some of that good dry heat, and we won't send no snow down there.
Yeah, I won't get
Hey,
the snow.
that'd be a good deal.
I don't get the snow until about 5 in the morning.
We've been getting it probably for the last hour and a half.
Yeah, it's rain and lots of wind. It's so windy.
Yeah, we've
Makes
had
the whole house shake.
we've had high winds but it's really shocked me to walk out the door and see snow, but it's not sticking to the ground. Ground's too warm.
Well, we can get snow in April sometimes in the mountains. It happens.
Mhm.
But, so that's no surprise. It just never stays. So it wouldn't bother me.
You still awake, Devin?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Just want to make sure
You all right?
because you're being quiet.
Yeah, we're supposed to get snow here too at some point.
Wow.
I am
That's
in
the
the
reason why I'm
mountains of
glad I'm
Virginia.
in the southern state. Yeah, like I said, that's why I'm glad I don't live down here in Texas, because where I live at, it's like snow. What is that?
I don't mind it though. I like to have all 4 seasons, and I like snow. I don't like the
Yeah.
heat.
Up in New
I can
York,
handle the
it's
heat.
snow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I can handle the heat. I mean, I've dealt with it all my life down here.
Hmm.
Well,
It's
you're
that
used
white.
to it. I'm not.
Yeah. Right. And like I said, down here in Texas, and Bocce, she, probably agree. We get snow down here, and everybody just freaks out. It's like, oh my God, what is this stuff? And they forget totally how to drive.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I seen a guy in a Corvette one time driving in the stuff, and he thought he was hot stuff. And I'd say probably about $10,000-$15,000 later, he probably had a new body put on that Vet.
Oh my
Because I
word.
mean, he was going down the road, and all of a sudden he just lost control and head first right into that concrete barrier.
That sucks.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, around here we know how to drive in the snow.
yeah. And I mean, I was just laughing my butt off when I saw that happen.
Yeah.
But you're in Virginia, right, Froggy?
Yes, I am. I'm in the Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah, I got some relatives there in Ewing, Virginia.
Oh, okay. I am in Christiansburg, Virginia.
Okay.
I'm not far from Virginia Tech University.
We're how far that from Bristol, like Bristol, Tennessee, or Bristol, or out that way.
A couple hours.
Okay, I'm trying.
You getting cold?
I'm because we come in through the Cumberland Gap.
Yeah.
That's where I come in through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not
Yeah,
far.
that's true, Bocce.
I go through that area every time I go south.
Yes. Everybody goes through the gap.
Hey,
Hey, Sweetie.
so you've been over the top, right?
Yes.
You remember Kojo's Cave
Of course.
or the House of Glass?
Yes.
Remember that? Oh, you remember all those dog patch?
Mhm. I know all that.
Hey, the good old days.
Long time.
Yeah.
There's
So-
Crystal.
Yeah, I popped
Yeah.
in and then back out, but the only hat I have in my house that is handmade,
Wow.
and it's purples and
Hey,
pinks.
Hey, Froggy, I was mentioning something to Crystal a little while ago. I was talking to her on the phone before I came on, and it was about a video I should have recorded when I was up there in Oklahoma.
I didn't do it.
I want, yeah, but I want her to tell you what my idea was.
Nope. You came up with it on this one. I'm going to leave it all on you.
Oh, why not? We're supposed to be a couple. We're supposed to be sharing things like that.
Oh, come on now, Mater Stater. Tell me about it.
Chicken. I went to Michael's after a couple of days ago, and he said we should have gone in there or Hobby Lobby Saturday night and messed around with the yarn and actually tied a knot in the yarn and Mater and Crystal tying the knot for April Fool's Day. I told him, do you know how many people would come down here just to get both of us? You, Michelle would go and grab you and swing by Ohio, grab Mark, Sandy, and Ed, and y'all guys all would come down here and hurt me.
No, but it would have been great. I think that would have been fantastic.
But he just now thought about it, so.
But it also
Yeah, I
would
thought
have been
about it today at work, and it's like, I could have recorded that on my tablet and everything, and then when I went to work and everything, I could have uploaded it. It's
that
like
would have been fantastic.
been the perfect video for April 1st.
Yes. I like that idea.
That's okay, though. He did give me an idea for later on, and I will share that with him before I do anybody else.
And yes, Michelle goes through Fancy Gap when she comes to see me. Yep. But you know what you should have done is he should have recorded while you were going through the yarn, and you could have put a video on your channel.
I'm good. But yeah, we actually didn't go yarn shopping, so
there was a red thing. Okay, here it is.
But you should change your channel name to Mater Stater.
Maybe for StreamYard, not for the channel itself, because I've had that for 5 years now.
I think it's adorable.
I do too, but I'm not changing it right now because I'm in the stream.
Right.
Like I said, I've had my channel name for the only thing
Y'all
I've
are
changed.
awesome. Well, I wouldn't change my channel name either.
Yeah.
You know, for obvious reasons.
I'll get out of the way.
Yeah, but mine is just because I do have a few people that have tracked me down using YouTube to find me in Gmail.
Yes.
So.
They're supposed to get about 5 a.m. in the morning to shoot them out.
Hey,
Really?
Wayne, who are you talking to?
I was talking to the wife. I'm sorry.
Oh,
No,
No,
you're
it's
fine.
okay.
I was looking I was looking for my battery backup for my phone. My phone was going dead, and I had to find that battery backup because otherwise I was going to lose you midstream, and I didn't want to come out of the live stream, especially when Froggy's on there. I get to pick on her.
I don't mind.
Hey,
I take up
it's
my
always-
channel next time cooking. Froggy's
I'm
taking
glad
a
Froggy
bullying. She's taking a bullying lately, but she's still here.
Well, it's always nice to
Who's
talk
been
to
bullying you?
lady.
Can't tell y'all in public, but I can tell you in private.
Okay, if that's what you want.
Don't
got
really have
some guys.
much choice. But I can tell you, oh, here you go. I can tell you over here. I didn't think about that.
Okay.
I'm gonna head out.
Okay. Have a good one, Devin.
Bye,
Have a good
Devin.
night.
See you later, Devin.
Hey, appreciate you popping in.
Yep. Thanks for the invite.
You're welcome,
No
hon.
problem. Anytime.
Take care.
Bye.
All right. See ya.
Oh, again?
Oh, yeah, a whole lot. Big video and everything.
Has that person privatized that video yet?
Yes.
Oh, crap.
They're getting ready to do another one.
When is she supposed to be doing
Mark Twain.
I don't
another
know.
one?
I
Okay.
don't know.
Yeah.
And Froggy, I was you got that one that you did the other day, your live stream that Crystal was on that was privatized. I couldn't see it.
It's public now. What happened was I had to wait for YouTube to process it. And now it's
Okay.
public.
They privatized
Okay.
it long enough to monetize it.
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes
All right.
it takes longer than others.
He's trying to come back in.
Yeah. Sometimes it takes longer than others to get the monetization on it.
Oh, Froggy, that cotton you
Okay.
don't like, and Tribu.
Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, that came out fantastic.
And by holding it double, I'm using a 5mm on it.
That's a good idea.
And half doubles is what I do. One of my go-tos for these for washcloths. So, and I've been able to frog it back a couple of times because I needed to, and it
Really?
worked. Yes.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Hey, Mater, sweetie, do me a favor. Pop me up to full screen so I can show this to Froggy.
You can frog that
Let's
back
see if I
and
can
everything.
figure this out.
Wrong one.
Nope. Hang on. I'm learning all this, so y'all bear with me.
That's fine. You'll get grins and giggles from me.
I know. Let's see.
It
Let me
catches
see what I
just
can
a little bit, but
Oh,
this is all you have to do is just pull it up.
Holy moly, you just frogged it. Wow. I've never been able to frog that. Oh my goodness.
Now I know you have all right, you can drop me back down, Mater. I just wanted to show her that real quick. You have Hobby Lobby, I love this yarn.
Yeah.
Right? And you have some of this.
Yeah.
See if it will work with that because it's almost the same slickness.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I gotta get something out of the house. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go get your Coke or cigarettes.
I didn't know you could do it that way.
Yeah, and I'm doing half doubles on it, and I'm guessing it's by the Trubo, and it's just slides.
That's awesome.
So
amazing.
I've got the mint green that I'm doing with this one, and then I've got a blue I'm going to do with the other skein of the same color of this. So I gotta go to Michael's and get me 2 more because they're buy one get one half off.
So I'm making a note so I remember to do that.
Because that I don't know how much of it you have, how much of the scrubby you have in your stash.
A few.
Well, that would be one way for you to get it out without saying, "Here, go."
Well, yeah, I don't like to throw anything away. I'm going to find a use for it eventually, but you just help me find a use for it.
Well, no, I'm saying go. Send it away to someone. Just here, bye.
Oh, I don't.
That's my go.
Yeah, but see, if I find a yarn that I think is trashy, I won't send it to people.
See, I take the trashy yarn. I take the ugly yarn. My go away yarn is the chenille and the blanket yarn, and I have a very lovely person who is wanting it and is going to get it.
But see, I like that stuff, so I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, and after working with this now, like this because I did try about that much without anything, just doing it on the 5mm so I could have some spacing on the stitches. Yeah, no froggy.
Wow.
That was just no. And then I was like, you know what? Let's see how this works. And I worked up the true bow, also about the same size. I did half doubles on it with the 5. That stuff is slick.
Nice.
It's like it reminds me of Karen Simply Soft.
Yes.
And I love this. What is that stuff? It's I love this yarn, but it's a sleek, really
This
slick
okay,
one.
which is just
Yeah.
like Karen Simply Soft.
Yeah. Now, when this true bow, if it splits, oh, you got cold, baby. I'm sorry. I'd love to be down there and warm you up, but
Hey, I got a little cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
he got the froggies.
I love the froggies.
Yeah. The problem with the true bow is if it splits. Let's see if I can get it to do it because I don't mind this end splitting. Can you see?
Yeah. There you
See
go.
how thin they are?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's going to be your only problem if it splits.
I don't mind that though. I can deal with that. Because if it's you know, I've used the
Get the curtain. Grab the curtain.
cotton one. Yeah. The cotton one that splits. And I don't mind that. You know, it's no different than Karen Simply Soft that splits. So that's not going to be an issue.
Okay.
Mm-mm. And if the splitting becomes a problem, I can knit with it.
Yeah. See, I don't know how this. Yeah, I see the
Yeah,
mini.
I know it's Kitty. I've seen her.
Him.
There he is. That's
Him?
That's a boy.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to come play with the curtain.
Give him a minute.
Yeah, he will.
Give him a minute.
Yeah.
I was gonna tell Mater we'll start teasing the cat and see if she grab that curtain.
It just
No.
takes a minute.
Yeah.
You don't need to tease him. He'll do it anyway.
He'll do it anyway. Yes, he will.
Yeah.
He's been doing it anyway.
Yeah, I
Hey,
just
Froggy, what's the name?
My
I was
cat.
gonna say, what's the name of the cat?
Pusheen.
Fushine.
Okay.
Yes.
Where how'd you come up with that
Where'd
name?
you get that name at?
That name is from a cartoon cat. There's a cartoon cat named Pusheen.
Fushine.
And I named him after the cartoon cat. I did.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
Pusheen. And I named him after that. Yes, dear.
My daughter's name is Shunning.
Really? I like that.
So yeah, it's Chandra, Shauna, and Shanine.
Oh,
and
neat.
Jesse is my son. You know, so
I like
so it's just the way everybody says, how do you keep those separated?
You do it when it's your kids.
Yeah.
You just
that
do.
age. Yeah, see, and I have a Danny and a Chris. Or Monster. That's my son. She is Munchkin or Poppet. It just
I gave my children all family names. They're all named after someone in the family. Like my son is Andrew Roy. Andrew was his father. Roy was my father. My daughter is Vivian Louise. Vivian was my great-grandmother. Louise was my grandmother. And my youngest that passed away was Joey Lee after his own father.
Oh, Joey Lee.
So they all have family names.
Lee is a kind of a popular name in the South.
Yes.
It's very popular.
Yep.
Both my brothers, the one just older than me and the one that's 5 years younger than me, because I have way too many stepbrothers. Their names are identical except for the very first initial.
Wow.
It's Johnny or Donnie, and it's Donny Lee Largent.
Wow.
Yes. And both my kids were named after their dad's half brothers that he hasn't seen since he was 12 or 13. But since he's out in South Carolina and he's one of those deadbeat dads, I ain't worried about him.
Well, I'll make you laugh. My name for real is Jennifer Louise. My
Jennifer
first name, my
Louise.
dad picked it after a song written by the Hollies called Jennifer Eccles. And my
Okay.
middle name is my grandmother's.
Hmm.
So I was named after the song Jennifer Eccles.
I'll give you an even bigger laugh. They got my name off the bottom of a plate.
Oh my gosh.
They got my first name off the bottom of a plate. It said Crystalware.
Wow. I don't feel bad now. But if you ever hear the song Jennifer Eccles, you'll understand why. It's like a pop tune from that time era. And it's I love Jennifer Eccles. It's, talks about carrying her school books and everything. It's so cute. My dad
I will definitely go find that.
Yep.
And I could have been named A Long Cool Woman in a Black Dress. Yes, because that's the other song by the Hollies. That's the song everybody knows.
Right.
A long cool woman in a black dress working for the FBI.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that song. They don't know the song Jennifer Eccles. It was a B-side, but my dad loved it. So
There's a lot of
giggle about those things.
There was quite a few B-side songs on the on your little 45s that were pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
I always laugh when I ask my dad how he named me, and he's like, "I just like this record."
You got to tell them what we found at the thrift store that you were going through.
Who, me?
Well, wasn't me.
Me either. I wasn't there.
What? Which area? I mean, because there's certain things, several other areas we were looking at us finding.
Right up front, right as we walked in the door.
Oh, all those old 45s?
Mm-hmm. And vinyls and DVDs. Even found VHS and cassette tape.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. And I was talking to her. I looked over at where the VHS tapes were, and I happened to see one of them, and I'm going, ah! It's like, damn, it's on VHS. It's not on DVD.
I said, "Are you okay?"
No dogs.
I gave away all my big. I gave away a lot of my big albums and stuff to my wife's sister when we met 37 years ago, and now today they're all collectors.
Yeah.
Original vinyls,
That's what we did. We gave away all our vinyl.
Yeah, I gave it away.
My grandpa used them as frisbees.
We gave away our vinyl, our 8-track tapes, our cassette tapes. I only have like this, a few CDs. I do have some DVDs. They're just some select DVDs that my husband and I wanted to keep of movie collections. Mm-hmm. But we got rid of the majority of our DVDs.
Yeah, I've got DVDs. I just have to get them. They were stored in my son's room, so I should have them. Let's put it that way.
The ones that I still keep track of is in my mom's closet at her home, because they're all the Tommy Dorsey and all of the big bands on the big 78s.
Oh, those are nice.
Ooh. Okay, I think Mater said he's going to go get some of his records.
Okay.
It's just really cool to go back and to see that we still have those,
Yeah.
And
some of them I like
Worth
the big
money.
I like the old big band era.
Yes.
But I like listening to. I've got I got a crank up. They'll play the 78s
Yeah.
and all that.
I loved the big band era music.
Oh, I love
used
it.
to listen
I
to
love
that.
it.
I don't look like it, but I love classical music. I love heavy metal music. You would be surprised at what Froggy listens to.
Oh, you'd be surprised what I listen to too. But I
Ooh.
always liked the big band era. But I mean, I
Oh,
like the original stuff instead of the recut stuff.
Exactly. I like the
Yeah.
original. Michelle has the original album of Iron Butterfly's greatest hits with Inagata Davida.
Indagata Davida, baby. I
Yes.
remember that. Hey,
I remember that. I remember the 9-minute drum solo that they did,
oh yeah.
which was awesome. Yes,
yeah.
I know I'm not old enough,
I
but I
listened to.
still listen to it.
Put it this way, I still remember a
I
lot of.
listen to anything.
I had a little, one of the little pocket radios, and I remember having it overseas in the bush, as we call it, and you'd be listening to that, you'd be listening to that stuff, and shut that darn thing off, you're gonna get us. And you're walking through there smoking a Lucky Strike, and you sweat rolling down you, listening to the music.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I listen to a lot of Gene Pitney, which will crack people up, but I like Gene Pitney.
Yeah. There.
You gotta read it to me, Mater. I can't see it.
I can't even see it, and I'm not that good. My camera just dropped out again, so.
Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna try. That'll hurt.
Is that Elvis?
Later.
It's 8-track tape.
Elvis.
It's 8-track
Is that
tape
Elvis?
of Elvis.
Yeah,
Elvis.
I had to look. I at first I said Elvis, but then I had to look a second time because I thought it looked like somebody else when he started moving it. It was blurry.
Right. But it's on 8-track. But it's on 8-track tape.
Yeah, I got an 8-track.
I
A
used
home
to
player.
have an 8-track copy of a book, one of the books that was made into a series called The Rifleman.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And
Now, here's something that I was gonna say. Here's an album a lot of people do not have because it was in a very, very limited quantity.
Limited edition.
Is that the one you were talking to me about the other night?
Jefferson Starship?
No, it's Pantera.
I can't tell from here. Okay, now I can see it.
It's Pantera.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And the thing about it is, this one here was the second record they released on their own label with all 4 original members.
Mm-hmm.
And it's autographed by all 4.
Oh, nice.
Okay, yeah, you're definitely
And
going to
the
have
thing
to set
about
up that
it
display wall we were talking of.
That's a good album.
And the thing about it is, it's got Diamond Daryl on it.
Does it really? Nice.
Yes, because at that time he was going by Diamond
And
Daryl.
not Dimebag.
Right. But Terrence Lee, Diamond Daryl, Rex Rocker, and Vincent Paul.
Wow.
Yeah, we were
That
talking
one is a good
what?
one.
2 days ago. We were talking 2 days ago, right, Mater, about your redoing that room. And I told you had to get shelves and put in there to display your records.
Yep.
Is that one of those
I'm trying to
3?
get it where y'all
That's the record. That's the record.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the record.
You need to
And
treat
like I
that
said,
gingerly.
And I was telling him,
Oh yeah.
he just found it the other day when we were talking. He was going through all of his stuff. And I told him, you get that room cleaned out, you need to put shelves around the room so you can display your
Oh, yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, that
Oh,
And
yeah.
he's like,
but
well, you can have half of it.
you can get a vinyl clear cover for it, and you need to get
Oh,
that
yeah.
to put in to
Right.
protect it.
Mhm.
Now, the only thing is, I do have the third record they put out. Now, mind you, this is on their own label. This is before
Mm-hmm.
they were signed, because this is when they were
Right.
still a local bar band.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
And I did manage to get my hands on 2 out of the 3 albums that they put out on their own label.
Right. I know what you're talking about.
And I found both rolls of my 35 millimeter film I took pictures of. Yeah, so I've got 2 rolls. I've got 2 rolls of film when I took, when I saw them in concert.
I still have quite a few 45s from Motown records.
But sweetie, no, the ones I was telling you about, I can't do those right now because I put them back up.
Good.
But no, I was telling her, because for me, the number one band that I like is Kiss.
Yeah.
And I happen to have, I think, what did I say, 3 copies of their first album, White Label Promo, first pressing, because it only had 9 songs on it. And from what I understand, they only did 10,000 pressings of that first album.
Oh, wow.
Mater, are you having bad weather there?
It's getting a little chilly down here. That's about it.
Well, what I'm saying is I've noted everybody else's video is clear, but yours has been glitching.
It's just it's hazy too, and his internet's like that.
Yeah, but my internet's gotten better.
It's gotten better than it used to be. I agree.
Yeah, but it was
Right, because
excellent the other night when I was on.
Oh, I had
That's
no
what
idea.
It's like it's flickering.
You're glitching like Ed does some days. And remember how bad mine was, last night or night before?
Yeah.
And I finally said to heck with it and
Yeah,
dropped out and went to trap.
I
It's
put
like
it in the
you're-
private chat what he needs. There's a link, and they're not expensive at all. And they
It's
completely
videos.
cover the outside of the album.
Mm,
Gotcha, sweetie.
They're like $15,
Okay.
and it's 50
Uh,
of them. You
yeah.
might be able to find
Okay.
smaller packs, but that's what they are. They're 3 millimeters thick, but they'll protect your album. It protects them from dust and from the colors fading.
Right.
And that's what you
Actually,
want.
they're
some of them I've
archival
got.
then.
Yeah, I've got some of those already.
Yeah,
Some
you
of the
really
albums
need
I do
to check
have.
them.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got it.
Oh yeah.
it's like
Yeah, I got it
glass
pulled up,
you put
so-
in photo frames that are help to protect,
Yes.
the glass.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, it's real important to. I mean, you've got one where he's calling himself Diamond. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
Like I said, that's they did that on their first 3
And
albums
the
when they were
first
still
3
a
album.
bar band.
Yeah.
Right, and like I said, they were a bar band, and this is before they got rid of the original singer,
Yep.
and then they changed their style and everything, and it's like, no, I didn't like them when they got rid of Terrence
Right.
and went with the other guy, and the music just total
I know.
change. It was like apples and oranges, night and day, just totally
Right.
different. But
It's a
the
big
second
difference.
album that I've got, right, because the third album they put out is called I Am the Night, and I do have that.
That's just so
So,
cool.
I mean, that's a good album.
Froggy. That's 3 rows in the time we've been talking. It's working up really good.
That's awesome.
And this is just over half the ball.
That is awesome.
So, yeah. And I hate this type of stuff, so you'll be able to work with it easy.
That makes me feel a lot better knowing it.
If you don't want it,
you know,
What are
say
you
you need
doing
to
out
tell your
here,
cat
Teddy?
Saturday night.
What are you doing out?
You see him?
Come on.
Sorry, it's X-rated. Don't look. Don't look. It's X-rated.
Hey, I'm going. It's not Saturday
Yeah.
night. It's not time to take a bath.
yeah, if you don't like it, even after trying this,
I'll send
send
to
it my
you.
way. Yeah, I'll take care of it.
I got to pull it out though. I got it boxed up.
You've seen mine. I have added more containers. I actually just bought a box today to put Sandy's shawl in, and it is white with roses.
I box it up when I don't want to use it. I don't have it on the shelf. It's in a box.
Well, remember I told you that he was going to. I told him to put shelves up so he could have his records.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "I'll just put shelves up all over, and you can have half."
Sorry. I'm excited for you.
Yeah. Can you imagine what I was doing when I was on the phone with him?
Screaming. Target dancing and screaming.
Yeah, I was in shock. A good shock, but in shock.
When
Hey,
Joey
Friday,
built
I
my room,
guarantee
I
you.
was overwhelmed.
Yeah. Hey, Froggy, I'll put it like this. She has admitted several times to me that she has never been treated as good as I've treated her, and that was just in, just over this past weekend.
Even just talking to him, he's completely different than what I'm used to in dealing with guys. So it's like, okay.
I was going to purchase shelves, like Cubby's shelves, and put them together myself and put my yarn on it. And my husband says, why do you want to do that? I said, well, I need to have somewhere to store my yarn. And he says, well, I'll just build you shelves.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, well, he ain't never going to get to doing that, The very next weekend, he went and got the wood.
See, he's got the wood. I don't have to worry about that.
Right.
It's like, oh my gosh, you're building shelves for me.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, like, yeah. I'm
That's
like,
what I told you I would do.
My shelves.
Yeah.
I was so happy.
And the thing about,
I cried.
Yeah.
And Froggy, I'll put it like this. The thing about with the wood that I get it from work for free.
There you go.
And he would just have to build the L brackets or buy the L brackets and put the wood on there. There it goes.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got to buy yourself a joiner.
I do have one. I've actually got the one that my grandfather had used. I've just got to get it taken apart, cleaned, and get it mounted on something, and get an electric motor to hook up to it because it's belt driven.
I mean, that little bit, it's shelves on that wall, all the way down the wall. And I have a shelf all the way across the top of this wall.
Mm-hmm.
And I have some little shelves here. And then he took my closet and put shelves in the closet. I can't tell you what it meant to me.
Yeah. And see, I said, if it all goes to the point that I am moving down there, I'm going to walk him through everything, help him with what I can.
Here, you two. Go on.
With what I can from where I'm at. And,
Right.
Going down, visiting and everything. And if it gets to the point that I'm going down there and staying, then I just need closet space to put my tote boxes of yarn. He said, no, I'll put you up shelves. I'm like, What? Okay.
it's
And
easier
I was,
to work with it
right.
when you
And I
work
told her
out.
last night, right. And in my old bedroom, I'm just using it for storage and everything, a bunch of stuff. And there's stuff in there that, okay, I need to get rid of, but I really haven't had that's one I need to get rid of, but it's like not really something at the very moment. But now it's at that point where it's like, okay, I need to start getting rid of some of this stuff to start making room because I know for a fact that uh, the two closets in my room I use right now. Well, when someone does show up and everything, she's going to need room. So that means I got to get those other two closets reorganized and everything. That way, there's plenty of room even for her.
Clean out the second room and make it a sewing room.
See, I told him
Yarn
to,
room, sewing room.
and
Froggy,
also for him to have a wall of mini for inside DIYs, stuff that he can work on while he's inside and not have to go out to the garage, especially during the colder weather.
Exactly.
Yes,
that no,
yes, dear.
that's when I go upstairs in the attic. I've already got a work table up in the attic already. If it's too cold or something like that, I just pull the ladder down. I go upstairs, turn the lights on. I'll work up there.
But a yarn room, sewing room would be so nice.
And Froggy, I was going to say you're a little late on that comment. I already thought about
sorry.
that. I thought about that about 2 days ago, maybe 3.
Hubby made me one, and it's my happy place. I was YouTubing in here, and it's so much better. It gets it out of my living room. It's all in this room. I can close it off when we have company over. It's amazing.
And I don't have to have that. I just want a place to put my tote boxes.
But
so
it would
that
be a beautiful thing if you had that.
I know,
if you that to you, that would be beautiful.
I know, but I don't. Yeah, I've got a lot of junk, and I'm working through it. But I'm one of those. For me, I have no problem packing a bag with clothes and walking away from a bad situation. And if I have to leave all this, bye. I don't have a problem with it. And that's why I'm like, I don't worry about him making room for me in that big a capacity, because I would be happy just having, as a friend, not in a relationship, give me a mattress on the floor and a place to wash my clothes once a week so I can do what I need to do to get back on my feet.
I understand that. And I'm not talking about doing it in the next 6 months. It could take a couple of years.
Yeah. I've got to get I've got to get my monster through high school mainly. That's my main goal before I try and go down there. The route he's on, though, I'm about to throw him under the GED bus.
You might.
I'm fixing to, because I just got a letter from the school, and it's either, hey, he needs help in these classes, or it's about the next week on Tuesday, everybody goes back to school. So.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I haven't opened it, and I'm kind of afraid to.
I know, but you need to open it.
Yeah, I know.
And Froggy, up like this. Hey, up like this. When she does decide to move down here on a permanent basis, she would be taken care of and basically be treated like a queen.
It's so sweet. It's so awesome.
Get your tissues out, honey. You're starting to cry.
Hey, you did not, Froggy, you did not get a super chat.
But No, she had a super chat. Then she would have the little dancing one, not just the dancing froggy. She would have the dancing frog that was squeaking.
I get happy, excited.
Yes,
It
and
just makes me happy.
we're already making plans towards going and doing a round trip visit during one of the summers, but we haven't just gotten it to exactly when we would be visiting.
That would be
So.
wonderful.
I want all this COVID stuff to go away, and you go down and visit Michelle, and then we'll come over and visit you and Michelle, and then I'll have to ship a box of yarn back to Texas.
Yes.
It'll beat me back to Texas.
Well, it'll be another year or so, but think about it.
Yeah.
He could take you over to the yarn factory outlet.
Yep. You down there with Shell, and we go to the yarn factory outlet and meet up.
Because I bet you he'd take you to the yarn factory outlet.
I need more hooks, and I can only find these specific ones at Hobby Lobby.
Right.
Guess who's closed on Sunday?
Hobby Lobby.
And he said if they were open, I'd take you.
Yeah, they're closed on Sundays.
I know.
Yep.
Because I mentioned that I needed to go and pick up a couple of hooks and a couple of other things, and he's like, "Well, if they were open, I would take you." I'm like, "I know you would, but you don't need to because I don't need to buy all this, and if I go during the week, I don't spend as much money because I don't have as much time."
That's true.
And
what
I still
kind of
have
hooks
to.
is it you need? Like I say, what kind of hooks is it you need from there?
So you have to show them the handle.
Okay, is that a specific size or?
I need
all of them.
I've got about 4 of the 5 to 6.5. I need one more 12 millimeter, and that's because I've got one, the only one I have in a project. I need one for backup, and it's $3.50 a hook, so it's not that big a deal. It's just
Didn't you say you need like a 3 millimeter?
And I found that. I'm waiting on them to get back with me about it. Now,
Okay.
if that's the thing, is because you cannot find smaller than the 5 millimeter I'm working with at Hobby Lobby. And I would love to get a 3 and a 3.5, a 4 and 4.5 with this style hook end on it, because I found it. It's a PYRM is the brand, and you can't find it here in the States. You have to buy it overseas. Not bad, little costly,
Okay.
but I like the hooks. They work. I took them instead of the metal. You're sending that into the private chat, aren't you?
Nope.
Okay.
I know where you can get something similar, and I was looking for it.
Okay. Well, I found
looking for it. It'll just take me a minute.
Okay. Well, I found that brand, and it starts at a 3 millimeter and goes up to a 12. And it was
I've seen the Prim
on Hobie is where I found it.
Right. Yeah. I've seen that. That I know Amazon sells some like that, and I was trying to find the link for it. It'll just take me a minute.
That's okay. Over the next few days, I'm going to be using a new Amazon Kindle tablet.
Nice.
Amazon Fire. Yeah, I went to Best Buy, got a Roku TV remote that we needed. Mom's tablet had gone kaputski, so I went looking for her another tablet. They don't carry the brands that she wants. Oh, $150 tablet for $95.
Really?
Yes.
That's a good deal.
And it's the 10-inch Amazon Fire.
That's nice.
Snatched one up, I got in the car and I was talking to Mater. And I called my mom and told her about it. I said, okay, you want black? She like, no, I don't want it. She called me back and she's like, I want it. I said, do you want black or white? She goes, white. I said, okay. I said, I'll call you in a few minutes. Now she doesn't want it.
Oh,
The white one came in, which was ordered second. The black one hasn't come in yet, and it was ordered first. Guess who's going to be going to Best Buy in the next couple of days and saying return?
no.
It's her loss.
It happens.
Yep. I like the Kindle Fires. The kids have had them before, and I got them for it. Worked real easy.
I want an iPad.
I have an iPad and I love mine.
I want the one where I can do photos and do the run photo programs on it. You know.
I have the biggest iPad they make.
That's the what?
This is the biggest one they make.
Okay.
And it takes pictures and everything.
Is that the 512 gig?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
But it's the largest screen size.
So that you can get the words, instead of being this big for letter A, you can get it that big.
Yeah, because I visually impaired, I needed the larger screen.
My mom has to get it this big. And she's still, and pardon us.
With the screen, I just needed, something, the biggest one they made.
Yeah.
And that happened to be the biggest one they made.
Yeah. And that's, as long as you're able to deal with what you got to deal with, you find ways around to compensate for what's going on. Power to you, sweetie. Power to you, sweetie.
That's what I did. I just, I adapt and overcome. That's all I do. I mean, people don't realize that I'm working with a giant, big screen TV.
Yeah.
This is not a normal television or computer monitor. I'm on a big screen TV.
Yeah, it's like, that's why before I started getting on the live streams to be able to talk to you and make it go faster, when I would write in the chats, I left it alone for a little bit before I would say, hey, did anybody read my message? Because I know it took you a minute to see it and be able to respond to it because of what's going on.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand that it takes me a minute to read it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of sad, but they don't.
Yeah, I gotta see. I relate a lot of the people that are like you, Froggy. I relate to my buddy. He works for Coca-Cola, and he has a retinal disease, and his eyes are at that point where he has to have the microscope or whatever thing on the glasses. Yeah, he's got that. And then my brother, he was the youngest of us boys. He passed away, but he also was like Tampa. He only had one hand. He lost his right hand in an explosion. So Tampa reminds me of him all the time. It's kind of one of those. So I know what his difficulties is. Tampa's is his left hand. My brother was the right hand.
Oh, wow.
So, I kind of relate people. And then you got Mark. He's a heart patient. So am I, So it's, you kind of relate people to that you're, throughout the community.
Yeah.
There's so much alike, and, my regular family, in a sense,
I'm kind of flattered when people say to me they don't know that I'm blind.
Yeah.
And I'm very flattered when someone says that to me, because I am.
Yeah.
And to have someone say to me, oh, I didn't know you were blind. I'm like, oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm so excited you didn't know.
And see,
but your son, but you may be you may not excel in your vision, but the other
Ah,
senses of your body are so much greater than what we can achieve
Well,
because
they compensate.
they
yeah.
compensate, right?
Shell, we forgot that you were a heart patient and you were being so quiet. We didn't know if you'd stayed in chat or gone back to work. So,
Mm,
Oh no,
yeah.
Michelle is always around where I am at because she is helping me in case
here
there's
you
something in the chat that I miss.
Yeah. And see, I do that with him without trying because of how my back is. If I drop my camera,
she crochet.
then I'm laying down.
A froggy.
Yeah.
My wife was telling me, and I didn't even think about it. My wife's grandmother was blind. I
Oh,
mean, totally blind,
Sorry
and
about you.
and she crocheted.
did she?
Yeah, she'd make blankets and quilt, or not blankets, and pillows and all this stuff. But she adapted. I When I met Kathy, I'd walk into the house and I could see her. There's something kind of like different about her eyes, and she would say, "You want a cup of coffee, Wayne?" And I said, "Yeah." And she'd walk over and she'd turn the burner on the thing, and then she'd lift the pot up and she'd feel it, and then put water in it, and then she'd come to pour my cup of coffee. She'd come over and she just the stuff's on the table, and she would take the cup and set it on the table, and she'd stick her finger down just a little bit inside the cup, and
Yes.
she'd pour the hot water in, and then she'd feel the heat coming on the bottom of her finger, and know when to quit pouring hot water in. And then they used instant coffee, so it
Yeah.
Yeah,
was,
I
but
do
it
that.
so it's just, but you know what? I the part I loved about her, she was bold, she was strong. You could just tell it in the woman, and she even ran a rototiller, blind, because she
I'm not
wasn't
sure I
blind
could
all
do
her
that
life.
one.
She she'd say she'd say, "Wayne, can you go start my rototiller?" And I said, "Okay, where do you want it?" She says, "Set it in the corner of the garden, flower garden area there." And I says, and I'm thinking, "Are you sure about this?" I go out and start the rototiller and rev it up just a little bit, and she get out there and then she turned the motor up and put it in gear, and she had it all stepped out how
Mhm.
till that to till her flower garden to plant flowers and stuff.
Mhm.
It was
I,
amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I still target shoot.
Oh,
Now
you
they
do?
won't let. Yeah, I still target shoot.
Good.
Um, they don't let me use the lawnmower because I live very close to a ravine.
Okay, I can
I have a
understand that.
ravine on my property,
Yeah,
and they don't want me. They're afraid I'll get too close to the ravine,
right.
so they don't want me doing that.
I,
Um,
I don't blame them.
they
Hmm.
know the way
Yep.
I am. I would cut all of the grass and not just the part they tell me to.
Right.
However, I do everything anyway. I do all the stuff anyway. It's only been in the last number of months that my husband told me I'm not allowed to use the stovetop.
Ah.
No.
Because I burned we have a glass top stovetop.
Ah.
And
Hmm.
when the burner's on, it doesn't change colors.
Right.
So I can't tell if it
When
gets
it's
hot or
hot.
not.
You
So
can't
unless
see the glow.
there you go.
Yep.
You
So he doesn't
you're
let me
you,
touch the
you
stovetop.
so you
I-
see color, you see light and dark, but you can't see a definite image.
I
I
have
should
I have no depth perception
right.
and I see peripherally with my left eye.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, I got used to going to the family reunions on my mom's side. There was a definite age gap. And so the majority of the ones there were older that had physical problems. So for me, I'm going helping this one, then I change and go help this one and just switch back and forth in how I adapt myself to helping them. That's how come, the first couple of times I saw Froggy, I didn't know she was blind.
I didn't know she was at first either, and then I heard it mentioned. I mean, I
Well,
just
when
I like what set me to like you, Froggy, is your perkiness. That is the loving part about you, is how perky and smiling and everything else. It brings joy to my heart
well,
in a
you can see
special way.
I'm always like this. I'm always like this.
That's good.
I've
That's
only,
good.
I've only seen one where you've been. This is your normal level. I've seen one where you were just down below it, and that's because of what was going on with the other channels and how they were reacting to you.
Well,
So,
and I was sick last Sunday. What people don't know, last Sunday when I go live at 3:00, I'd been vomiting all day.
Mm,
I
should
still
have
went
said
live.
something.
I still went live,
mm.
and I ended my live because I had to go throw up.
Froggy.
Oh, my.
But I still went live. That's what attracted my husband to me, was my joy
Mm-hmm.
and my personality.
Right.
And
It is. It's
you know,
excellent.
my parents watch my YouTube channel, and my parents will tell you that's me.
Right.
It's just me. I'm not putting on an act. This is just how I always am.
Correct.
When you see me on YouTube, I'm like this. I can't read the chat, but you'll see me and I'll turn like this, and that's so that I can see it peripherally from
And
both
read it.
sides of the left eye.
Right.
Yeah. Otherwise, when I'm like this, I can't see the chat at all.
Let me ask you. I'm going to ask you a question, Froggy.
Sure.
Is yours eye problem? Can it be operable?
No.
Okay, it's the same as my buddies. It's non-operable.
No, I have what's called macular degeneration and diabetic retinopathy.
Okay, it's actually they bleed from the backside of the eyeball.
Yes.
Yes, I
And
understand.
the right eye is way worse than the left eye.
Mm-hmm.
But I will get worse over time to
Right.
where this is they look like bifocals,
Yeah.
but it's not a true bifocal. It's a magnifier.
Right.
It's a high power magnifier. They actually had to call the lab that makes the glasses to see if they could do that for me.
Mm-hmm.
And they did. It took 3 weeks, but they were able to make them.
That's
So
the
I'm able to actually see things at about this level.
that's a godsend there.
Yes. It's with the left eye that I see it. It doesn't really do any good. But the right eye is really useless. Unfortunately, in the next 5 or 10 years, I'll lose it too, and my glasses will be useless.
Right.
But I look at the pros that I'm able to do it now.
Well, that, and you'll also learn to adapt.
Hmm?
It's not. It ain't like. It's not like you're going to have the lights shut off all at once.
No, and everything won't go completely dark. It'll just always be blurs of color. So I'm fortunate with that. And I have taught myself to
What's up,
crochet
Jamie?
without my, vision. So
Correct.
I'll always be able to crochet and knit.
And
So
knit.
that's a good thing. Yes, crochet and knit. I can do both without vision.
Right. Correct.
So there's other things, and I am still trying to learn Braille. So
Okay.
hopefully I'll have that too.
Froggy, remember about 2 weeks ago I said I was going to order some Froggy merch?
Yeah.
I cannot find any merch. I cannot find any links to your merch.
It's on my about page.
Okay, that would be why.
Okay.
So
On
I
the
will.
about page. It's all there.
I want
Okay.
Froggy on a motor scooter.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Hey, I would like to add. Hey, I'd order a shirt in a heartbeat if it had a Froggy on a motor scooter.
I'll have to do that. I have to put Froggy on a Harley.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, sweetie. Hey, I got an idea. Tell you what. When we make the road trip up there on the Tri-Glide, Froggy's getting a ride with me.
Oh yeah. Yay.
Hey, that's one female I don't mind sharing you with when it comes to stuff like that.
Right. Hey, Froggy. If he comes up there, you're gonna have to have him shoot a video.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
It's gonna have to make a video to put on YouTube and share with everybody, because I bet you that thing will get more hits than anything else.
I would love to put it on.
Oh, I'd love to see that myself.
I would. I'd love to put.
You already know who you already know who the camera person would be.
Yes.
I'm thinking of. See, I ride motorcycle also, and I'm thinking about getting me a GoPro to put on mine.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yep.
My on that video he put up that's with the frogs at home. I had the choice to be on video or not, and I told him it's entirely up to him. I don't mind being in the video. I'm not now. 2 or 3 months ago, nope. And that's just simply I'm not used to it.
I like them. I like the ones on the shelf. It was all the little tiny frogs.
I loved it. Oh my god!
I love those. I love those little ones. I thought they were cute. I love those.
What? It was blowing up on my big screen TV, and I was so excited to see the frogs.
I did.
Yeah, I know. Darn it! At me,
yeah.
When I go to Hobby Lobby.
But here's the weird thing. But I was gonna say the weird thing about it is, I don't think I ever got any comments in the video saying where some of these should go to.
Yeah.
No one ever made a comment about that.
You can send them right to Froggy. We know who you're talking about.
Now, Froggy, when I go to Hobby Lobby to get the hook I need, does this mean I'm going to have to record their section of frogs?
No, you should just record the section of yarn and then send a separate video of the frogs just to me.
Well, the one section I saw of frogs, okay, was the way the shelving units are put together.
Mm-hmm.
Each section is 4 foot wide this way. Okay, I saw one area that was 16 foot wide. Wow. I stand 6'1". These shelves were taller than me.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Hey,
And that
where I'm going this weekend. Hobby Lobby.
I was gonna say, Princess Jamie, I've got the link out there. If you want, click on it, because the main reason I started the stream tonight was because of the problem that Crystal's got with the truck. And, you know, I know Wayne's already said some things, but maybe you've got a different input on it. So that's why I'd like to have you, jump in here. That way explain to you what's going on with it.
Yeah, and I got to drop down.
And I think Justin was going to come in too.
Well, I have to go to bed because it's after
11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I get up at 5:30 in the morning.
5:15 for me every day of the week.
Yeah.
That way, Saturday and Sunday, I can get Mark, and Saturday and Sunday I can catch Mark and Ed. So,
but I'm glad I got to join you guys. You guys are so much fun. I'm so happy for you. I really am.
Yep.
Wayne, it's been a blast. Whoop, this side. It's been a blast talking to you, Wayne. You are fantastic.
Hey, it's a joy.
Yep.
Hey, you bring joy to my life every time I see you on there.
I'm so glad that I can.
And
you're a
Froggy,
winner.
hey,
You're
right.
a winner,
And
Froggy.
Froggy, anytime I'm doing a live stream, hey, you're more than welcome to jump in here. Same way with you, Wayne.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Froggy.
And it
I'm
really
so
should be
glad to talk to you.
Mater's Tater.
All right, Major Skater.
Like I said, maybe for the live stream part, but I'll think about that. I kind of got to sort of discuss that a little bit. I know he wouldn't mind, but
I love all of you. I did. Well, I thought Mrs. Mater was a bit much. That's why I said Mater's Tater. But I love all of you. I'm going to head to bed.
Yep.
Okay, good night, Froggy.
Get the rest for me.
Bye, Froggy.
Bye.
Have a good night.
All right, I'm going to drop down because my back is killing me, and now my leg is starting to cramp. I'm just going to click my camera off.
Froggy's
Okay.
just a wonderful. You know,
Yeah,
can
she
you hear
is.
her? She's wonderful.
She is a sweetheart,
Yeah.
and that's ow.
Yeah, 'cause
I-
I know that morning. I was gonna say, I know that morning that she was doing her live stream that you had popped in on. I'd actually gotten in. Okay, Jamie. But anyways, I popped in because at about 9:30 or so in the morning, I go out for a
Cigarette smoke.
cigarette break. So I was like, okay. It's like I knew she was live and everything. She'd already been doing for about 30 minutes. It's like I just got my phone out, went onto YouTube and everything. It's like I just typed in there and said, hello and everything.
Thanks, Jamie. I think I picked it up from Facebook. Someone was either that or Pinterest. I can't remember.
And Jamie, I'm not going to complain about what your house looks like. I'm not going to complain about that. I mean, look at my garage, okay?
And if you go back, you see my camera bouncing around because I'm moving it. You can see the mess in my place. Trust me, we're not going to judge. It's only if the only thing we would judge about is put the
if it ain't got no clutter, it ain't lived in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Put the bob away. Just make sure that's not on screen.
Yeah.
Yes. Froggy is too awesome, Bocce.
Yeah.
And you're right up there with her.
Yep. And Bocce, I'm glad you're here too. I know I hadn't said it, but yeah, I thank you for showing up. But Jamie, like I said, hey, pop in. Like Crystal was saying, we're not going to complain. I've seen some of the videos that you've done before when doing stuff at your house, and I haven't complained about it. The only thing I've been going is like, wow, here's someone that likes working on cars. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. But like I said, the main reason I started this stream, I know we've kind of gotten off track and everything, is basically because, like I said, she's got a problem with her truck. And it's like, let me see if I can get Jamie, try and get Justin, maybe I can get Power Stroke on here. I've had Brandon, got Wayne on here. I mean, like they say, opinions are kind of like an armpit. Everybody's got one. Some of them just think.
He dropped out apparently.
Okay. Hey, Mike. Glad you're back.
I'm still here, but it's not I was showing 4 froze up. It shows Froggy's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a while for it to drop. There's normally a 10-second lag. Sometimes it can be up to a minute.
Yeah.
She's
already popped off my screen.
Who, me?
No,
Froggy.
Okay, she didn't pop off mine. All I got is a picture of you and Crystal and Froggy and me, and but I got excellent audio. I'm just not getting the
video.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, she's already on my end and everything. She's already popped out.
Yeah, she's gone on my end.
Yeah.
No, something is glitching on my end down here. So.
Okay.
At least you're not. At least you're not jumping up and down in your video.
Yeah.
So that's no. My video dropped out, so that's why I got just the white circle. So
Right.
and you're in StreamYard, see, and I'm on the YouTube side.
Right.
That,
Because the only way, yeah, because right now, the only way I can have people on panel is I got to go through StreamYard. Now,
Right.
before, I was going straight through YouTube itself, which was
Mhm.
just going to be me and looking at the chat and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's like getting with Brandon and everything. He has a StreamYard and everything. I think this is making it a lot better.
Right.
And like I was telling Crystal, last week, I was getting close to my allotted hours for the free part for StreamYard. And it's like, well, to help the channel grow and everything, I really need to have more hours. And it's like, I looked at everything, looked at my finances. It's like, okay, yeah, I can afford it.
Yeah.
I can afford getting that right now. As far as paying for getting the unlimited amount, like, why not?
See, I'm not really on here to make money. I'm not here to.
Neither am I, honey.
I'm
Right.
just here. I'm here for the people.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's the reason I'm here.
Mhm.
I like people, and I wouldn't do anything to blindside them or anything else. I just like people, and I like to talk to them,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I like, and like tonight, I love talking with Froggy's an interesting and a very cheerful person to be around, and it brings me joy just seeing her happy,
Yeah.
and because it's being able to overcome. I don't want to. I'd say this. I
Overcome
want.
physical difficulties.
Yeah,
That's
but
it.
she's got a physical disability, but at the same time, she has learned to adapt, and she uses her other abilities to go so much farther than she would have. You know what I mean?
Yep. And we got Princess Jamie in the house. How you doing, girl?
Jamie.
Hello.
Yeah, I had to drop out because my back is killing me. So,
Yep.
and when I lay down, the lighting makes me look like a bad Halloween decoration. It does. I got caught one day. So
I already look like a troll now. I said I already look like one of those old school trolls now. Can't look any worse than what I look like.
no, you look like you've been working, honey.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pull metal out of my elbow.
Yeah. Hi, Jamie. I know. Hey, you're just getting in here. Let me explain what's going on. She's got a 98. She's saying it's an F350 4x4. It will go into reverse, but as far as putting it in drive and going forward, it will not go. So,
is it
so we're
diesel
trying
or
to figure
gas?
out.
Gas.
You said F250?
3.
Yeah,
F350 gas, and it's a 98.
Yeah, it's got the Triton V8.
So it's got the 5.4, so it's got the 4 on 100. Okay.
Yeah.
It could be a multitude of things between the governor box, the shift pack solenoids, fluid. I mean, it could be even low on fluid that it's not getting across the bands to actuate the line pressure enough to shift it into gear. So I checked to start the fluid, or you could have a clogged filter. I mean, a clogged filter, you're still not going to suck up fluid, get enough pressure across the lines to actuate any type of gear change. So, or I mean, it could even be something simple as like a linkage clip broke. Did it get? You said it does go in reverse.
Yes.
I mean, does the shifter? Can you actually feel the audible clicks when you put it? When you okay, so it's probably the linkage is fine, most likely. It's probably has to do with like fluid or the governor box. How many miles are on it?
Over 350.
It's the original transmission.
Most probably.
That's a 40100. So those things that if you got 350,000 miles out of it, I applaud.
I'm actually probably the third owner, maybe fourth. I believe it was a fleet vehicle for a construction company.
Oh yeah, that transmission's been replaced once before.
Okay.
Who knows? So the best thing to do.
Take a gun and shoot it?
No, I mean, I would do an R&R and just take the transmission out and have it gone through and put back in if it's because you're going in with like unknown miles, unknown service record. Well, it's been a fleet vehicle, so it's got a service record.
The guy that I got it from had no record of it. He just bought it from his boss, and he bogged it down. He put 550 miles a week on it.
Yeah, it's probably the. To be honest, probably. I'm really looking at it like physically. I can't make like a for sure judgment, but if it's going in reverse, that tells me that it's getting at least that much pressure to the band, but that's only in the front part of the shifting solenoid. It's not going anywhere else. You can even have like a clogged filter, or you can just be low on oil. You never know.
Okay.
You could have a cracked cooler line or a clogged cooler line, and you're not getting pressure that's coming back into the pump, or the pump's not pushing enough fluid through the cooler because it's a clog. It could be a multitude of things.
Okay.
Yeah, because she's gotten close. I think, what did you say, about 3,200 to get fixed?
Yeah, one was talking 32 to 56.
Right.
For what?
New transmission.
32 what?
3,200.
And that's R&R.
Yeah.
So what I would do is look up a 4R100 for 98. That's 350. Hold on. I'll do it right now.
Okay.
And by the way, this is a 4x4.
Yeah, it's the same transmission, except with a different tail shaft.
Right.
It's got the 5.4. You said it's the train, right?
Yeah.
I believe so.
I can tell you what the basic rebuild for one of those would be. Like bench build, it's gonna be about $1,200 and $1,400 for a whole kit.
Okay, Bossy, you have a good night. Miss Jamie, in Oklahoma or where you're at?
Where I'm at.
And you are in
Texas.
She's San Antonio.
Okay.
You can get a reman one for about $2,000, and it's got all like Transkit, Robesto stuff, and everything's been dyno tested. And you get a
Right.
warranty, like 3-year, like 100,000-mile warranty.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Now
I don't know. I don't know what you're
here's
looking to. I don't know what you're looking to pay. To be honest,
seashell.
Night shell, stay safe. Honestly, not a whole lot because I'm broke. You know, even with all that stimulus coming in, that's gone to my kids.
it's understandable.
And teenagers are hard on the pocketbook.
Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing that we were trying to figure out, Jamie, is with that being 98 and over 300,000 miles on the vehicle, would it be
And
worth?
unknown.
Right. Would it be worth the money spending to get that transmission fixed?
A 98 F350 with a 5.4. I would not spend that much to get it fixed.
Okay. So that's 3 for 3.
Yep.
You, Brandon, and Wayne.
Me personally, I mean, I know what the Jamie answer would be if it was in my care.
Which is?
I'd pull it out. I would try to go through a little bit and see if it's worth. I'd get it to a point and see if it's worth like fixing, and then it would be like, I'd probably put a kit in it and send it to a transmission diner shop to do the fine-tuned band adjustment. Because you can rebuild those transmissions for less than $2,000.
But like I said, with that, the age of the truck and everything, so basically, I'm saying with the age of the truck, basically right now, it just wouldn't be really worth the money investing in getting the transmission fixed.
No, I would trade it for a Honda Civic, or I'd trade it for a Toyota Corolla.
Well, see, I've already got the Honda Civic, so.
I'd find an old manual pickup truck. It's got a lot less problems than older manual pickup trucks.
Yeah, slight problem with that. I never learned how to drive manual.
Standard. Yeah, she can't drive standard.
I was one of those ones that I just never learned. The first vehicle I had was an automatic and just kept going with it. But the guy right there that running the show, he said he'll teach me how to do it. So I just got to get down there.
Yeah, I would like $2,000. You can have that thing up and running. But I don't know what the condition of the engine is too. So you fix the transmission, rebuild it, replace it, do whatever, and the next thing you know, you got internal engine issues. Your internal engine issues that are starting to surface because of like excessive bearing wear or ring wear, and it's just causing more difficulty.
And see, that's not what I'm wanting.
I mean, it's more like a mechanic special truck is what you got.
Anyone want it for $4,000? Just because the engine runs, it'd be almost worth it.
Now, Jamie, in the condition now, her son was driving it when we had all that ice and slid into a pole, and the bed on it got hit. Now, it is a club cap, okay? In the condition the truck is in, what kind of money, if she did decide to sell it, what kind of money could she get out of it?
The condition that it's in, is it rusty at all?
Nope. I didn't
inside the bed, yes. And that was, they had a liner in it, and he pulled the liner out.
I'd say a good $2,500. $3,000.
You know anyone who wants to come up here and get it? They can have it.
I'm trying to think. Not up in Oklahoma.
Anyone in Texas willing to drive this far, I'll cut them a deal. Because I can't have it sitting like that. I've got neighbors that are just, I swear some of them are on crack. And I pulled my car into the drive one day to unload, went in the house, came out to $100 parking ticket. And
Do you live where there's a homeowners association?
No. Just regular city street.
It's like 80 degrees in my house right now.
That's fine. Just, who cares? As long as you don't get totally naked and have sensors in here.
I'm trying to get this metal out of my elbow.
Ouch.
Well,
Yeah,
what did you want to do a smart thing? Hey, Jamie, what did you do a smart thing like that for?
Do what?
I said, what did you do a smart thing like that for?
A smart for what?
No.
Smart thing like that, getting the metal in your arm.
Because if I show... Hold on. I'm going to turn my camera around. You're going to see a wreck. That's my toolbox and my plasma cutter on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then my welder's on the other side. That is my coffee table with hub bearings and locking hub assembly in it. Oh, it gets better into the kitchen.
Yep. A true mechanic's house.
I got jack stands. I got a onboard air compressor for a Jeep. I got a bucket of random tools. I got a bucket of power tools. I got axle shafts on the other side, nearly blocking the fridge. I got the grinder over by the sink. Well, it's not plugged in now because I have the battery charger for my cordless tools. Yeah.
Looks like not much has changed in your room.
I got a freaking gas can. Now I'm gonna clean this up. I'm gonna clean this up for tomorrow's stream. I got a workbench outside. What's up?
Is that your house or is that your garage you're living in?
Both.
It's my garage, but I just have my bed, and I have a stove and a refrigerator. The stove is going to be unplugged tomorrow because I got a weld purchase on an axle.
Yep.
I'm fixing to completely change up my operation. I've been working for a year with a partner, business partner, and I'm gonna just do everything myself. I'm gonna get a enclosed trailer, and then it's gonna be like my garage on wheels.
I've seen people do that, and they make decent money on it.
And plus, I could fit my Jeep in it and like tow it to all the 4-wheel parks. And I'm gonna put a fold-down bunk bed so I could sleep in the trailer.
How's your Jeep coming along?
Funny you should ask. I put the rear drive shaft on today. I got the pinion angle clocked. So tomorrow I'm gonna weld the perches, or at least tack the perches onto it, because I had to pull the axle, the rear end out of it again and reposition it. And so I repositioned the rear end today. Luckily, it's got wheels on it. And so now it's just ready to weld. And I got the rear brakes plumbed. I just got to put the tabs on for the hoses. Rear drive shafts on. I got to put the pinion support, of course. I got to tighten up the U-bolts because they're just kind of sitting on there. I got to somehow cut that steering shaft that's on the other side of those boxes. I got to cut it. I'm going to make a cross member out of it because I can't use that steering shaft because of my new the way I made the front end is it's got a wider track, so I have a whole new piece of tubing to make new steering components.
Right.
And I realized what I just forgot to grab out of the trailer.
What's that?
My steering arm, my new steering arm tubing. I am a freaking idiot.
Nah.
Well, I could do one of two things. I can cut that steering arm down for drag length. Use the tubing for the new steering arm, or I can cut that steering arm down and use it for the cross member and just make a new drag link. Which
Yep.
I haven't decided what I want to do yet.
Right. Well, Jamie, I appreciate you jumping in here because, like I said, she's got that problem and everything with that truck, and it's like, let me get some of the people I know, see if I can get them in on the chat and panel and everything, and bounce it off of them and see what ideas, what their input is going to be on it. And right now, you're basically, you're going along with what everybody else has said. As far as it's going to be X amount to get that transmission fixed. And no, it's not really worth the money for that year truck.
Nope.
Yep. If you know anybody that wants it, Texas or Oklahoma, that wants to head this way, let Mater know. And
I'll be up coming up through Oklahoma this summer in July.
I don't care. I'm up here for at least another year because of my kid. I got to get him through school, and then we'll see what happens. But yeah, if you know anybody who wants it, they can come and get it. Let Mater know. I want at least $1,000. That's a little over half of what I paid for it.
It's a 98 Super Duty.
Mm-hmm.
I can think of several things to do with that.
You got $1,000 and a way to haul it. Come on.
Yep. If you got $1,000, go on up there and see her. Like I said, if you got $1,000, to sell it to you.
Oh no, the axles alone.
Yeah, because I know you could probably park that truck out for more than what it's worth.
Oh yeah, you can part anything out for more than you pay for it.
Right.
You never know. I mean, it could be a good usable truck still.
Except for the transmission. And I don't know how to work with it like that. And I don't have the time or the energy to deal with it. I've got a lot of stress going on house-wise, so that's one less I got to deal.
Right. And for me, she's 4 hours from me, so it's difficult for me to be able to get up there and be able to do anything like that. Because I'd have to leave on a Friday night, basically get up there. I'd probably be getting up there probably around 10, 11 o'clock at night, get into a hotel room, and then get up early next morning, and then get over there and work basically all day, get back to the hotel, and then, next morning, maybe just some more on it, and then I'd have to get home.
Yeah, you have to leave by noon. I'd be like,
yeah. Hey, Blake.
So.
Yeah, I would fix it personally. Nope.
Right.
It'd be one of those things that would nickel and dime you to death. Hello, Blake.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, if you want to
Yeah.
come, if you want to
And
come and
see,
get
that's-
it, sort it out, go for it.
There you go, Jamie. I know it's a little bit of a drive for you, but you get a
I'm
good deal
actually
on
coming up. I'll be coming up to Disney, Oklahoma. I'm gonna do Clayton. I'm gonna do Hot Springs, Arkansas. I'm gonna do Southern Missouri off road.
Where the heck is Disney, Oklahoma?
Disney, Oklahoma. I have no clue, but I'm going.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
'cause
was
she's up
told
there in
about it.
Oklahoma City. Yeah, she's up there in Oklahoma City.
I have a certain guy friend in Guthrie that I will be seeing.
Ooh. Yeah, yeah. Look at that smile on that face.
Yeah.
She's starting to blush because of it.
Kind
Well,
of about like mine.
Do what?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, kind of like yours.
But yeah, it's gonna be it'll be interesting. Oh my god. I still gotta carry in a freaking workbench. It's sitting on my porch that I just unloaded from the truck. Luckily my truck is like parked like 10 feet from my porch. That's the only good thing about like everything's like close. I can run an extension cord from basically the porch to the welder. Well, from the stove to the welder.
Yeah, you still got to unplug the stove to do that.
Do what?
So you still got to unplug your stove to do your welder.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. I got the 83 AWG cord here, sitting right on the other side of the plasma cutter.
Hey, Blake's saying that when you go to Missouri, you ought to holler at him.
Yeah. How far is he away from Southern Missouri Off-Road Ranch?
How far
So
are you, Blake?
I haven't posted anything on Instagram yet, but
Nice.
That's your Jeep, huh?
she is home. She is outside. I got a lot of freaking work to do. I started it up, and after I put the shaft in it, I just had to like kind of put it in gear and let the clutch out and just let it feel like it's gonna grab and nudge it forward a little bit. So it works. Clutch grabs just fine. Transfer case linkage works.
He says a little under 2 hours.
How about Owensville, Missouri? I used to live in Waynesville, Missouri. I lived in Waynesville. Actually, I moved out of Waynesville in July of 2009, and then I moved to Georgia. And then I found the Jeep that I have outside.
I'm waiting for him to run.
I'm about to go fill up my drink. I gotta get this freaking metal out of my stupid arm.
He says over an hour.
Okay, I found where Disney, Oklahoma is.
Where's that?
Up through Tulsa as you're going. Yeah.
So on the other side from where you're at.
Yeah. She would bypass me real quick.
Okay.
But I know Guthrie's just north of you.
Yep. I've been there a minute or two.
I've been there a few times.
Well, yeah, if you got a reason to be there, it's a good reason to go.
Usually I'll fly up there and just he'll pick me up. And then we'll go hang out for a little bit and then I'll fly back.
I may have to look into flight costs for here to Dallas.
I'm in San Antonio.
I know, but Mater's closer to Dallas.
I would just drive.
That too. I'm not sure my Honda. I don't think my Honda would make it that far. It's been a good little run around, and it's done good for going hour and a half down the road to go see my dad. But I don't want to risk it going that far because right now it's the only thing I have, and I cannot afford to lose my job again.
Yeah, and I wouldn't want you to.
Not for that reason, anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's getting to be 11:15 my time.
Mm-hmm.
And Jamie, she looks like she's about ready to crash out. And of course, it's a school night. I don't know.
I still have to go out on the porch and carry something heavy in the house.
But Wayne, I don't think you have to really deal with anything tomorrow.
Shaggy,
Shaggy.
You keep coming in right at the end.
Yeah. Why is I'm fixing to shut everything down?
Yeah, I shut my Instagram down for a little bit.
No, did you?
Yeah, I'll bring it back up. I shut my Facebook down too.
I don't even have Instagram. Hey, Ed.
I have to.
He's just now getting here.
Hello, Zaphiel. I have to. I shut down my Facebook and my Instagram for a while. Got a lot of crap that people are dragging me into, so to speak.
Hey,
let them drag. You're going to rise above because you didn't do it.
Yeah. So, Jamie, you can't say I'm doing it.
I'm like in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm like in the middle of a whole bunch of crap right now. And has nothing to do with me, but I keep getting yanked every which way.
That sucks.
Yeah.
So I'll shut everything down and I'm doing what I got to do.
Yep, you shut it down, let them fight it out, leave you alone, and fix you. You deal with you.
There's nothing broken with me except from the wreck in my house that I got to sort out.
Well, by fix you, I mean you fix whatever you need to do to get your life where you need it. Not that you're broken or anything like that, because I don't know you.
That stupid tan thing out there needs to be fixed.
Hey, Mater. Shaggy says that you can carry up here.
Yeah.
Oklahoma does have reciprocity with Texas. Are we talking about like
concealed carry?
Firearm carrying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I tend to carry everywhere I go.
Yeah.
I grew up around them. I don't have a problem with them. I just don't have one. And I can't right now afford the $350 to take a class to get it. Especially when I don't own a gun. It's not worth it to pay for it.
$350 for a class?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Shoot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was like 5 years ago when
Yeah,
I
the
learned
only,
about it.
I did mine about a year and a half ago, and the class I think was $80, and then I forget how much it was to go get the fingerprinting. I think that was maybe 30, and then I sent everything off to Austin. I think that was like another 30, $40. So I did my whole thing for less than 200.
Shaggy thought I was frozen. I'm like, no, I'm not Anna or Elsa. I'm not frozen. Although I do have I do have an Elsa dress. So
Mhm.
that I
Oh,
do.
Give me enough time and yarn, and I can make either Elsa or Anna.
Trump sold Second Amendment folks out on nationwide reciprocity. The only people that have nationwide reciprocity is Leosa. Well, Leosa is a credential you apply for, given you are either retired, former, or you served enough time in law enforcement to qualify for the Leosa card. So, if anybody's got time in law enforcement, they can apply for a Leosa if they meet the criteria. And it's not hard process.
All right. All right. Well, I'll say it's quarter to 11 right now. School night for me. I know school night for Crystal.
Yep.
So, hey, Jamie, I appreciate you coming in here. Like I said, don't
Yep.
worry. We're not judging you on, what you got, in your house. It's like, I don't care. I mean, like I say, you see my garage here. It's a mess. Okay. And Wayne,
Yeah.
I appreciate you
Hey,
coming by.
Jamie.
yep. No problem.
Jamie.
Yep.
Here's
What's up?
my mess.
I think my house right now is it's tops that by far.
Yeah, well, that's just one corner.
Well, it's at least nice to know that you talk with intelligence, Jamie.
Yep.
You know what
Right.
you're talking
Night,
about.
Shaggy.
I can tell.
Some days, or I just don't talk because I don't know, and I'm like,
That was me earlier. They were up there talking, and I'm just sitting there listening, quiet. And, okay, that works.
Yep.
So,
and my hair is a wreck. Like it's like fly away everywhere.
You're a working woman. That's
mhm.
I
That's better
said
than
she's
most
a
of them.
working woman. That's how it is.
These are what I file my nails with.
And I think my first file was the one my dad had for out in the toolbox. But yeah, I grew up around cars and tools and stuff. I just have been away from it for over 20 years, so I don't do more than the basics anymore.
All right, guys. Hey, like I said, I appreciate y'all for coming in here tonight. Like I said, it was, mainly to try and get some ideas as far as what to do with her truck. And so far, right now, it seems like consensus is saying it's going to be worth more than what the truck is actually worth, and not even worry about trying to get it fixed. I appreciate all that. And hopefully, it's given Crystal some ideas as far as which way she needs to go on it. Like I said, that's the main reason why I want to do this tonight. And everything. Like I said, I appreciate it, and like I said, if y'all haven't hit the thumbs up, please do that. Don't forget, like I always say, hit that bell. That way, when I've got another video going out or doing a live stream. Like I said, hey, I appreciate everybody coming in. Okay. So
Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Wayne, for helping me.
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you, Prince. Yeah, thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Wayne, and everybody else that's been here to give their input on it. And till next time, I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good night.
Good night.
Take care later.